For Pixel Remaster, Zic, take it away.
Hello. Nobody asked for it, but the Zic and Foxy Power Hour returns. All right, we're gonna get started because we got lots of time at the start to talk. So we're gonna get started here, a new game in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this is Final Fantasy IV, the Pixel Remaster version. And I guess we'll start off with, my name is Zic, and I'm joined by my co-commentator, Foxy, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm foxyjira. I ran Final Fantasy X last year at SGDQ, and Zic was my wonderful commentator and partner in crime for trying to get trying to track that run, but we did our best. But here we are again, like Zic said. Nobody asked it, but you're getting it anyway. Deal with it. It's going to be awesome. We're both really tired, so we brought back the pure disbelief and whatever energy that we had last year. So be prepared for memes. Go ahead.
While we're at the very start, because we're going to be closing Cecil and Kane's name probably when the scrolling text starts going in like 5 minutes. It's Kane, right? That's ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we want Kane's name to be Chadley. So if anybody out there like wants to just keep solidifying that, we would love that.
Please. Please. So much. It would mean so much to us personally.
Okay, we should talk about the game.
Yes.
So, so this is FF4, the Pixel Remaster version. This is a batch of remasters that Square did for the original 6 Final Fantasies. So they tried to keep the games as close to the originals as they could while updating the graphics, redoing the soundtrack, updated visuals, all of that. And they're really beautiful. Like, they are just really, I always tell people, I think these are like one of the best ways to experience the first 6 Final Fantasies. It also is going to come with some quality of life features that the other releases of this game do not have, like diagonal movement through maps and a feature called Auto Battle, which Auto Battle will be a big part of the run. Now you may hear that and think like, oh my god, we just gonna hit Auto Battle and win every fight? That's what I thought too. When I first was like, maybe I'll learn FF4, I was like, Auto Battle might be kind of dumb. But what Auto Battle basically does is it will take whatever character's turn it is, whatever their previous action was, it'll do that again for you, and it'll run the game at like, I don't know, 1.3 times speed. Like it just runs faster. So a lot of it will be us like setting up a specific strategy and then running auto battle so we can just have the fights run faster. I always say auto battle is a blessing and a curse. It will make fights fast. It will make them a little easier to do. But if you accidentally leave it on and throw something you didn't want to throw, it sucks a lot. So you just have to be careful of that. So we're here just at the beginning of the game. We are following our leading man, Cecil, as he steals a crystal from the town of Mysidia and murders 1 or 2 people along the way. And so we're just returning that to the king. And we're just going to get through the prologue of the game here. Like I said, after this little intro, we're going to have like a little scrolling exposition text for like, it's like 2 minutes. And that's probably when we'll cut off Cecil and Kane's name. Now, we don't get to name characters as we receive them in this game. We need to go find our little friends. If you've played Final Fantasy XIV, you may remember our good friend Naming Way. Naming Way will help us rename all our party members. So we're going to have to detour to rename them. So if you want to donate and tell us your favorite way, naming way, dreaming way, pudding way, chef way maybe, feel free to do that. Okay, so we've been demoted as the captain of the Red Wings, and we are going to we're really sad and bummed about it, so we're gonna go to our room and pout for a while.
You thought Squall was brooding.
Oh, man. So one of the other really nice quality of life features is there's a lot of text. Shocker, it's an RPG. We have a lot of text to mash. You can advance text in this game with any button. including the joystick. So I can literally like spin the joystick to mash text, which is really nice.
Yeah, because we don't want to use turbo because that's cheating, obviously.
I like using turbo.
I love turbo, so don't get me wrong.
So now that we're brooding in our bed, Rose is going to come up and console us, and we're going to be like, no, I'm Engi, and we're going to go to bed in our armor, as one does. It's like the equivalent probably of like sleeping in jeans.
You do it every so often, right?
But yeah, so as we just kind of get into the start of the run, like I said, we're going to cut off Kane and Cecil here in probably a minute or two. Dane, do you have a quick donation or two?
Yeah, I got a $14 donation here from Mr. Toasty that says, I absolutely positively had to donate for the game that not only got me into the Final Fantasy series, but RPGs in general, and made me who I am today. I still get misty-eyed from that opening prologue. Major shoutouts to my Uncle Manuel, who gave me his Super Nintendo along with Mario Paint, Link to the Past, and Final Fantasy IV. Still the best present I've ever gotten. Also shoutouts to the best Sid in the series, and extra shoutouts to the time I used Game Genie to clone Tella, forcing Edward to fight 3 at once. They forever became known as the Tella Rangers.
Probably do like one more.
Sure. We got a $20 donation here from Zinaki09 that says, best wishes to all the runners. Hope them, the tech crew, and everyone has tons of fun. Less than 3.
All right. So, yeah, if you want to be ready for the Kane and Cecil names, we could probably go ahead and cut those off, because right when this text ends, I'm going to go talk to Naming Way and rename them.
I've got my eyes like locked on the incentives right now.
It's supposed to have your phone out like refresh.
Collect the world's crystals. Oh baby, here we go. Oh, why?
Why?
Why? Why? I've watched you stream this so much, and every time this comes up, my brain just checks out. So sorry.
Can I auto battle the cutscene?
Yes, please.
That would be great.
Oh man, text advance.
Yeah.
You thought you got to play the game when you play a new game, but no.
You know, it's a good speedrun when it has like 7 minutes before you get to play the game,
right? Nothing better than a good intro.
I think No, we'll go rename first.
Yep.
All right, so what are our names for Cecil and Kane?
For Cecil, at a total of $975, our winning name is Bibithy.
All right, can you spell that for me real quick?
B-I-B-I.
That's Kane.
That's Kane. That's not the right one. Okay.
B-I-B-I-T-H-Y.
All right. And then for Kane?
For Kane, at a total of $795, Chadley.
Let's go!
God, we are dumb.
I am too excited about that. Chadley is like I popped off when I saw him in FF7 Remake, so it's been an absolute meme for me. Anytime I do a run, Final Fantasy or unrelated, I always name my main character Chadley. So Zic and I have followed this trend for the rest of time. So Zic's really quickly just going to be setting up here, removing all of Kane's armor so that he is more or less faster, and then also doing the same thing with, I believe you did the same thing with Bibithy, excuse me. And
we should leave Bibithy alone.
We leave Bibithy alone, correct, there we go. Heading up to the town of Mist at this point to go and collect they don't have a crystal, but we're just going to, I guess the King of Baron fears the summoners, and so we're going to head on over with the bomb ring that's gonna, not absolutely annihilate an entire town unexpectedly, blah, 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 etc. So
one of the things I did in that menu for the configuration, I turned the text to fast and battle speed to fast because we're going fast. But one of them was a feature called Continue Auto Battle. And what Continue Auto Battle does is if I end the fight with Auto Battle on, the next one will start with it on. It will just leave that setting on between battles, which actually affects the little transitions whenever you hit a random encounter. So it'll save you time on all the transitions to have auto battle running at the start of fights. So here's our first boss, and this is the Mist Dragon. And Mist Dragon's pretty straightforward. Just don't attack the Mist Dragon when it's missed. So we're gonna get a quick attack with both and then I'll do a jump with Kane or Chadley. And then I'll know when he comes down, the dragon will turn to mist. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna try and get there. We're gonna get a jump off early so we can come down as quick as possible when the dragon returns to normal. Ooh, we got a crit there with Chadley. That's really good. And then I know that Chadley can get in 3 jumps before the dragon returns to mist. So this will be our 3rd jump. And then we will do our 3-turn wait again. Okay, 1, and 2, and 3. Jump. Nice. Okay. And you can kind of see how you have to... Auto battle isn't just this free press the square button and win the fight. You do have to kind of play around with it a little bit. It just kind of takes some of the tedious parts out of menuing in a lot of these fights. And down Mist Dragon goes.
It only gets better from here. Only up. But yeah, as you could probably see with what Zic was doing there, is he said he was counting turns, and that's actually pretty easy to see in this game for when actual ATB stops and waits a small smidge. So that's a great way to at least to learn what he's going to be doing and a lot of the timing that he's going to be using throughout the run. So a good visual cue if you're looking for anything to go for. So as I just mentioned, the bomb ring explodes and then kind of incinerates the entire town of Mist, and Bibithy and Chadley are very incredulous about what happened, and then we gotta go save this young girl, and well, things are gonna get a little bit crazy.
Her mom's not doing well.
Yeah, not too hot. Taking a little nappy poo.
Is that the same sprite as Anna in Damsien Castle? We're gonna pay attention to that. I just saw the yellow dress and I was like, is that Anna?
Do you mind if I cut in real quick?
No, absolutely.
We just passed 1.2 million. Give it up. Thank you all
awesome.
so much for all your donations.
Thank you so much, guys.
So I'm just gonna set up a quick defend here because we're supposed to lose this fight. And that's also somewhere where auto battle comes in really, really well, is on those like scripted fights that, you know, you're just supposed to wait or you're supposed to lose, that you can just set people to defend and run auto battle so that enemies start advancing through that scripted event a lot faster. There will be some scripted fights that we can't use auto battle for, ones that we aren't in control of, which kind of sucks. But so now that we've burned the town down, we are going to take Rydia with us. Chadley has disappeared. That will be a recurring theme. And we're going to let Rydia get some rest. So really quickly, we've obtained Rydia. I'm not going to rename her just yet. We're going to go get Tella. And then we'll double back to Kaipo to rename them both. So we'll cut off Rydia and Tella's name when I recruit Tella in probably like 2 minutes. So there's, we take Rydia to an inn to rest, and we sleep in our armor again, as one does. And we're going to get ambushed by some Baron soldiers, and this fight, I can literally put down the controller. We're just gonna hope that we beat the first soldier to his turn, or we will waste like 5 seconds.
Free time with, let's go.
It's very unlucky if we do. Yeah, we're good. You can just auto battle this. These soldiers, and once you kill, in most of these fights with the general and some soldiers, when you kill the soldiers, the general runs away. So we will just, nice crit, didn't even matter.
My guy.
So that dude will just run away and then we're done. So we have saved Rydia, so she trusts us now. It's very quick to get over the burning of her entire town. Summoner Rydia has joined the party. Rydia will spend probably most of the run on the ground, but she's got like one fight that she'll do something, so. Actually, 2.
2 fights.
2 fights. Okay, so we're all set, and before we leave the town, we are going to go over to this. Come on, get out of the way.
We gotta go here.
We got places to be. Our girlfriend is dying in bed. Okay, so
Why, we don't know.
And we're gonna leave.
She's just there.
We're gonna pick up this ether, is right along the way, and then we're gonna go pick up Tella. I think the naming way is in the armor shop of Kaipo?
Great question.
Great question.
Great.
We'll figure it out. I made a little notepad document before I left. That's fine. Everybody gets a turn but me. I made a little notepad document before I left where like, here's where all the naming ways are. And shocker, that's at home. So that didn't do me any good. Dane, we will be ready. We can probably cut off Rydia and Tella's name. So I'm going to go back to the town we came from, and then you can give me those names. Okay. And then we can continue on and talk about the cave.
Also, soundtrack is just the absolute bangers. Like they killed a lot of, and personally, I think they really did a great job with all of the Pixel Remaster soundtracks, like just kind of updating them. They didn't ruin it like 10.
Yes, he is in here. Okay, I am ready for Rydia's name.
Absolutely. At a grand total of $489, Rydia is Tataru.
All right. And Tella's name?
At $345, Tepala.
Did I get that right?
Tepallah.
Cool. All right, and we are good to go. Thank you everyone for donating for these names. It is it's pretty cool.
Makes it a lot more fun than the usual runs.
I fully expected every party member to be named Chef, so I'm liking the variety.
Yeah. Definitely not confusing with the same name. Ooh, good encounter.
Take it. Thunder.
So at this point, we only need a few encounters just to get a few levels so that we're ensuring that Cecil is going to be at appropriate level to take on the Octomammoth when we get an upcoming free heal through one of the forced rest areas in the game. That it'll be the only one. I believe it's the only one that we use, correct?
That was such a low roll. Yeah, because you are forced to rest here with Tella. So we're gonna take no more encounters because that was there's basically 3 packs of encounters we're looking for here because we need to kill some fights just so that we can ensure that Cecil will reach level 13 for the Antlion. Because it makes the fight way faster. If you're level 12, he hits a damage range of like 20 to 50. And if you're 13, he hits a range of like 50 to 100. So it makes a really big difference. So there's 3 killer fish, there's 2 fish and 2 shells, and then there's 3 shells and a water bug. So we got the 3 shells and water bug, which is the longer fight, but it is the most experience. So if we got the 3 fish, we'd have to do 2 encounters, but we're good. A little added bonus is that Rydia gets some experience here. And so when she rests here, she'll get her health back up and her MP. And since she's level 4 now, she has like 25 MP, which means she can actually use more of the summon that she has, which is Chocobo Kick, which we will actually use because it actually somehow saves time on a fight. But right now we're just gonna go through the cave, pick up a few items on the way that we'll need throughout the run while running from every single fight that we run into. So there's some Gil and a bomb fragment here, and the thing with the auto battle is auto battle can't remember flee. So we what you have to do is like you start the fight with auto battle, turn it off, run, and then turn it back on so that it's ready. So it's a little kind of sequence of buttons you have to remember to do every time you hit an encounter.
Yeah, it doesn't. You have to turn off auto battle to flee with auto battle on.
Yeah.
It's not like in Final Fantasy II, specifically in the Pixel Remasters, flee is a command, so you can just hit flee with everyone and constantly cycle through that. But here, he has to manually do it every time, which is tedious. But also, like you said, the auto battle, while it does seem like it's going to be, just kind of a free, press it and win. It's actually a lot more interactive than it seems.
Do you really get to flee in FF2, or do you just die every the game every encounter?
The game just decides when it wants me to live and die. So, nice little RNG roll every time.
The game looks painful.
Oh, trust me. Trust me, it is.
All right, so we have Hades armor and Hermes shoes here. I grabbed the Shadow Blade, right? I hope I did. Sometimes I did. All right, so we're gonna do a quick menu here, which is we did. Optimize, remove all, and then throw Tepala in the back row. That is so rows in this game are set. So your party members 1, 3, and 5 are always in one row, and 2 and 4 are in another. So we're gonna put Tepala in slot 5. so that he is in the back, or he's in the front row, because we want Bibithy to be the only party member that survives this fight. Because, like I said, okay, you can attack somebody else now. Like I said, we want him to get all the experience from. Don't make me like heal. We want him to get all the experience from this fight, so that he can hit level 13 for the Antlion. And this is unbelievably unlucky. I don't think.
You might have
I've
to
never
heal.
had to heal.
Oh, no. Yeah, if the Octomammoth just decides to attack Bibithy the entire time, it's just a little bit of a pain because you just hope that the other characters just end up dying. But as long as we heal Bibithy, we'll be fine. Yeah, it's just a slight thing because it's got 8 arms and cycles through those animations each time. I think it takes at least 2 hits, maybe, for each, 1 to 2.
It depends. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 or 3 usually. This is impressive. Okay, I'm gonna have to heal.
Yeah, well, Talapa is really living the good life right now.
Oh my gosh. There. That's
Safety.
yeah. I kind of wish he was dead. That part right there, I always love that. Ooh, well, we're healed twice. All right, you shouldn't have done that. That's there. There's auto battle being a curse. But I do love that scene because Tapala's like, look, he's weakening. But if he's dead before that, he'll still say it. And just like, he's just face down in the water like, he might live through this. Oh, that does 1. All right, let's get him dead. That should kill him. I just want to make sure.
3 damage, let's go.
Can he just hit himself?
Perfect.
3 damage.
3 damage. Perfect perfect RNG
Calculated play there.
Absolutely calculated.
All right, well, that's probably the worst Octomammoth I've ever seen in my life. So that's a really good sign for the rest of the run, I think.
Oh yeah, we're cruising, baby. Let's go.
So that's what, 13? Nice. All right, Bibithy's 13. I'm going to try my best to not call them the wrong names. I remember we did that for the FF10 run. It's hard to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is Castle Damasian, and we're gonna go in and see some friends, and here goes Castle Damasian and all our friends.
We're gonna be taking a lot of naps happening.
There's a lot of naps going on in
yeah.
this castle. So we're gonna do, what's the first thing we should probably do when going into a castle that's just been war-torn by another country? We are going to raid their storerooms, because no one's guarding it anymore.
Yeah.
There's lots of goodies down here. Hello. It's like, I can't see. Don't let them take the treasure. And I'm like, you got it, boss.
You got it, boss.
So there's an elixir, which is the really important thing. And then the holy arrows right there, which is another really important item. The other things, there's an ether, there's a phoenix down. They're just goodies that we're just going to grab for to have them, because they're there and we're right by them. So now we're just going to go up and see Edward. And I'm going to take a look at the sprite for Anna.
Yeah, I'm pretty chilly with how, like, I could use a nap right now. Like,
Okay, that sprite is definitely different. Okay.
it's more up, down. Like, we see the side of Bridia's mom. It might be a very similar sprite.
All right. So here is Prince Edward. And here is everyone's...
Here we go.
The iconic Final Fantasy IV line. You spoonie chef. Oh, wait.
Good try, though.
See, these are fights that I wish you could auto battle, but since we have no control, it doesn't let us do that. Good fight, Tella. You did good.
Slapping around pretty good.
Okay, so we have a little cutscene here where Anna is going to be somehow the only person that, when they die, they disappear here. But yeah, little cutscene here. So if you have a donation or two, go ahead.
Oh, I have a ton. There's a lot of love coming in for Final Fantasy IV. We got a $50 donation from Sheoth Servant that says, look at these 2 speedrunner ways. I'm so happy to see my dear friends presenting Final Fantasy IV for all of GDQ to see and letting everyone know the gospel of Chadley. Let's get this run going all the way to the moon.
To the moon.
we have time for another?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a $100 donation from the 8-Bit Theologian that says, shout out to two of the finest chefs on twitch.tv, Zic3 and foxyjira. Zic, it's been a joy to be one of your green swords for the past 3 years, and I've made many priceless friends in your chat. Here's hoping to see Flick on the big screen soon, on the big stage soon. P.S. I'm definitely better behaved in chat than Jubby.
Oh gosh, don't get me starting to talk about Bug's Life, or I'll never talk about Final Fantasy IV. Thank you, Shea. Thank you, 8-Bit. I really appreciate it so much. All right, so we lost Tella, we've gained Edward, so this is probably one of the worst trade deals ever, but we're gonna roll with it. So we get the hovercraft now. This is something they changed for the Picture Remaster, unfortunately. This thing is slow as dirt. I don't know why they changed the speed of the hovercraft, but it's slow.
It's just casual, just hanging out in the hovercraft, no big deal, right?
All right. So we're in the Antlion Cave. We're gonna pick up a few items. So there's the spider silks in here, and those are one of the most important items we will get in the run. We need to get 4 of them. 1 for a fight later, and we will need 3 for the final boss of the game. So we're already prepping for the final boss here in the Antlion Cave.
Yeah, extremely important. I think it was about 6 months maybe after the Pixel Remasters. I forget how long, but it was well after the Pixel Remasters released on PC. They pushed a patch to all of them that drastically changed a lot of different things for the different games. Like in 2, they basically made enemies faster. You can't, on hit, apply a condition. And in Final Fantasy IV, what they made enemies 50% faster, and also, I forget, there's something related to damage.
You gain 30% less experience as well.
Yeah, so drastically changed the run. Made this, didn't want to call it free before because it wasn't, but it's definitely a lot more scary at the end of the day, and you are on your toes a lot more and on your back heels with many of the bosses in the later half of the game.
Yeah, it definitely made this run a lot more challenging. But really quickly, we're going to start the Antlion fight, and thank God Ready to get hit in that back attack. So this is where Chocobo Kick's going to come in. We are going to just use attacks with Bivity, but we are also going to use Chocobo Kicks with Tataru. Edward's going to run away. That's what he does. So why Chocobo Kick works really well here is it is like a guaranteed 100+ damage. All right, well, she got 1.
She got 1 off.
It's a guaranteed 100+ damage. The Antlion counters physical attacks, so it doesn't counter Chocobo Kick. So in an ideal world, if you could just use Chocobo Kicks, it's faster than attacking with Cecil because you're not seeing that counter animation every time. But she's very squishy, and as you can see, all the levels I got her in the Waterfall Cavern meant absolutely nothing. So now we're just gonna have this little back and forth and watch these two beat each other up until one of them dies. This chair spins very freely. My chair owns a piece of crap. But so what were we talking about? Oh, the patch. Yes. So the funny thing about the patch was, so there is an event. I'm going to shout out an event. It's the Final Fantasy Relay that gets put on every year by some amazing members of the community. If you've never seen the Final Fantasy Relay, please check it out.
Yeah.
Usually it's going to happen.
Shout out to Team Tom Berry. We won last year. Let's go.
Always sorted. But the patch for this, so I was running Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster in the Relay, and the patch for this game dropped like literally 3 weeks before the Relay, and we were all just like panic trying to we're like, we just need to beat the game at this point. Like, how do we do this? And it was this huge panic of trying to figure out a new route and how we could get through it. So luckily we have it all ironed out now, and now that the console release is out, I hope they don't, well, I do hope they touch it one more time, but hopefully no more major changes come.
Yeah.
I say that because so recently, let's heal Rosa. Let's not bomb ring Rosa.
Yeah, you keep the bomb ring for the entire run. So it's literally in the first slot every time that you need to use an item. It is just wonderful. It's like, oh, trying to use the bomb ring more, trying to use your girlfriend.
You get rid of every key item, but Cecil's like, this bomb ring, I'm keeping this thing, man.
It means a lot, you know?
I like to imagine that at the end of the game, like Cecil and Rosa get married, and he like proposed. He's like, "I killed a lot of people with this ring. I want you to marry me." Like, why are you holding on to this thing, man?
A little weird, my guy. That one time he murdered an entire village twice.
But yeah, so the console releases for the Pixel Remasters came out recently. They came out on the PS5 and the Switch. And we've recently learned that the PS5 version is really, really fast.
Zooming.
It's zooming. They changed a bunch of weird things for the console release. Like, the menus like don't have like an open close animation. They're really snappy. They changed the font. They changed some animations. It's like really minor stuff, but they also load really fast. I'm not running on PS5 because I didn't want to drag my PS5 on a plane. But so that's why I say I hope they do touch the PC version one more time to push all those changes that they made to the console release to PC. So we have a little scripted fight here where Anna's going to tell us to believe in ourselves. I'm sorry, Edward, I don't believe in you, but I'm glad somebody does.
He's got somebody on his team. It's okay.
Also, I love the Edward's theme on a harp. I think it's gorgeous.
All right, and when are we renaming Edward and Rosa?
Now, that's actually a really good point. I'm so sorry.
There we go.
So if you could get ready on Edward and Rosa's name, that would be great. I'm too busy blabbing over here.
We zooming, man.
Okay, do you have Rosa's name?
Yep, let me pull it up here. $650. Rosa is going to be salmon.
Can you spell it for me?
Salmon.
All right.
That's straightforward.
And Edward's name?
At $876, Edward is going to be named Spoonie.
Hey, that's what I thought. I think there was no contest on Edward.
If it was anything other than Spoonie, I'd be very surprised. Woke up in a different dimension sort of deal. All right.
Okay, so we've saved Rosa. She's joined the party, and now we're going to take off, and we're going to head back the way we came and go to Mount J. Hobbs. God, this thing moves so slow.
It's pretty casual, just like
cruising.
Yeah, just cruising.
At least we get to hear the main world theme. I love the main theme of FF4. Okay, so we're going to have Rydia cast some fire here. She hates fire because someone traumatized her. So we're going to convince her to learn fire so we can move on. And you get to see some of these cool animations. All these little animations and stuff they did for the Picture Masters are really cool. The water animations and spell casts and stuff, they all just look really nice.
Way to conquer your fear, Tataru. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
All right, so let's climb the mountain. Yeah, we'll figure it one.
Oh, bombs. I wonder if that's a bit of foreshadowing.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about this fight. So here's Yang. So there's a scripted fight here with 3 Domovoys. Let's watch these damage numbers because I thought I knew how this fight works. I don't know how this fight works. Domovoys have 37 HP. These numbers that will hit here do not matter. If he hits 37 here, they won't die. Okay, 14 on the bottom. That thing's not dying. And 31 on the top. Yeah, so I always thought it was just like, oh, because it's about these 2 can die to this first kick. So let's see, 14 plus 23 is 37, and it's still there. The numbers mean nothing. Sometimes it dies there, and sometimes it doesn't, and it's not number related, and I don't know what triggers it. But one day I hit a 37, and I was like, that thing should be dead.
The great mysteries of Final Fantasy IV.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure in the original you can kill them early if you get a high roll like that, so I don't know what they did to that fight.
And we're going to use the silver hourglass here.
We are going to use the hourglass we picked up. He's going to hit me on the back of the head or something if I even try to not use the hourglass here. You can do this fight when Mom Bomb explodes. You can do this fight without the hourglass. The hourglass is going to stop the bombs. I don't know. Probably Spoonie? Yeah. turn. Okay, so you can do this without the hourglass. It's very risky because the... I just want to make sure that... It's very risky because you have like 6 bombs getting turns and they can just kind of take you out one by one. Especially with Bibathy using Darkness, which is an AoE move that cuts your health. Bibathy's going to get very close to death in that fight. So using the Hourglass is kind of a safe strat there. There's better uses for the Hourglass, but I'm not taking that risk.
Safety.
Safety.
We're here to be safe. We like speed.
All right, so this menu, we're going to remove all, equip the Shadow Blade. We remove all from Salmon, and then Spoony gets the bow and the Holy Arrow. And I believe that's everything.
That's everything. Good
Nice.
job. Killing it. I am doing something in the back. I am double checking all of our menus so that everything is in line with what we need to be. But obviously, Zic is an absolute masterclass at speedrunning this game. So
I didn't give you as hard of a job as you gave me.
not the 24 hours before learning how to track an entire run. Yeah, much simpler, and I appreciate that.
I paid him back by losing that Surface's charger on stage last year.
Let's go.
It's probably at a box backstage or something.
going diving after this run.
So we're just,
Ruh-roh.
we might, I think we're dead. Wait.
Wait.
Yang.
Yang. Yay! Let's go.
4 HP in a dream.
Whoa, 4 HP in a dream. Oh, let's
man.
go. Oh, man. Clutch.
So if you could be ready on Yang's name, we're going to be renaming Yang here in a minute. Oh my god, that was terrifying.
It was so scary.
Okay. Do we have Yang's name?
At $175, Safety will be very happy about this. OSHA.
OSHA.
Ooh, all caps.
All
though.
caps?
Yeah.
All caps.
Okay.
Yeah, there
There
we
you
go.
go.
All right. Look at this team.
Absolute bangers all the way through. Good choices, everybody.
We have some
Great donations.
snipes here.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this very much.
So I did a little detour there. More than just talking to the Naming Way, there is a storage room before Naming Way that has a bunch of like Zeus's Wrath and Antarctic Winds, which are items that cast spells, like Thunder or Blizzara and stuff like that. And we're about to go into a little gauntlet of fights because the Kingdom of Baron is going to attack the Kingdom of Fabul for their crystal. So there's going to be waves and waves and waves of fights. And those items will make these fights a lot faster because these fights against the guards, we can just chuck one of these. It'll kill the front two, and then the back dude will retreat. And that makes those fights way faster because you can beat that general to his first turn, so he'll just run away.
And then one thing that we didn't mention before, but is a key component of this game, is that anytime a party member leaves or enters, correct, you get a full party heal. So
When they leave,
when they
not
leave.
when they enter.
Now when they leave. So yeah, it's always making sure that whenever like you do go into a new sequence and somebody leaves, if they're your only alive member, you can't die. So
Yeah, that'd be a little awkward.
yeah.
You put Domavoy, redeem yourself. Ooh, Cecil failed here. Okay. Somebody can low roll here, and it's usually OSHA. OSHA will probably let us down more times than he'll help us, but Bibathy was the failure there. All right. So Edward actually dealt some nice damage there. Edward has the bow and the holy arrows right now, and he is in the back row, which just helps us have an extra attacker for this that can take out some of these enemies with big damage. Run away.
Yeah, the Holy Arrow carries quite a bit in the early game for lots of various different enemies. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
It is a very nice pickup. All right, so we've got a fight with a gargoyle, one more 3-enemy fight, and then another 2 soldiers and a general. And this is another one of those places where you really have to be careful with auto battle, because if I auto battle with whoever threw that Antarctic Wind, they'll throw another, and we'll lose it. And that's an actually interesting thing to talk about too, is using items. I don't know why it works this way, but if you use an item with a character and they die before they use that, like the item gets used right when you select it. So if that character dies before they actually get to use the item, you lose that item, which is not how I would expect it to work, but that's how it works. So you have to be careful about like checking and making sure an enemy's not taking a turn while you're picking your items, or you could end up throwing an item into the void, and that wouldn't be fun. So Chadley's back, and he's not on our side. So this fight is intended to you're supposed to either die or let 3-4 turns pass. Because of the enemy speed increase, it's actually kind of just faster to let Chadley do his thing and end the fight that way. We used to attack ourselves there, but usually it can be faster to let Chadley just finish the job for you. And now we get introduced to the big baddie. It is Golbez with his menacing theme.
It always just blows my mind that like Golbez is the same size sprite as you, but whenever you fight Golbez, he's just this
He's a giant.
He's an absolute giant. Like this, whenever I played this as a kid, I was like, why is he so big and so small? Like I don't get it.
It would be silly to just have two little sprites
Yeah.
fighting each other. So yeah, he absorbs Rosa. Kane's going to get the crystal, and Rosa's like, please stop. And he's like, zoop, I'm just gonna take you.
Into the void.
So she is gone, and now it is just these lads. But we're gonna have a just short little cutscene here. So if you've got like one donation, that would be great.
Oh, I've got a million donations, but I'll get you one right here. We got $650 from Steegee. They said, the key little talked about feature of Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster is that it still has a Spoonie Bard.
Indeed.
Thank you for that. So we're gonna take a little detour here and get some Hermes shoes that we'll hold on to for later. Don't go that way. And then we're just gonna go to the inn where this is our story trigger to move on. The party needs to rest, which is convenient because we get a heal from everything that happened. And then we're gonna ask the king for a boat so we can go back to Baron and fight Golbez. The run's almost over. We're fighting Golbez.
Oh yeah, like, we're getting them now. We're cut it out.
Get him now.
Easy peasy. Come on.
The king also has this like dark evil sword called Deathbringer, which is now ours, which is nice.
Pretty clutch. Pretty clutch.
I'm gonna take one more little detour here. There's a Bacchus of cider in that pot. We'll use that later in another fight. And then we will leave Fabul Castle and get on our boat.
Our spoony boat with our spoony bard.
Exactly. One thing I didn't mention is, so the font that I'm using right now isn't ugly. The default font for the English version of this game, I think, is ugly as sin. I think it's just horrible to look at. So the thing to know is if you go to the game files in Steam and you rename font.jp to font.en, it looks like this. Because the Japanese font file is different from the English, and it looks way better. So I recommend everybody do that when you play this game.
They even changed it in the PS, like the console releases, right? Like,
They did,
yeah.
because everybody hated this one. And the console
weird.
one looks nice.
Yeah, it takes a minute to get used to, but like once you do it, it fits the vibe very well.
They tried to make it more look more like classic, like, you know, an older style of font. But I like this one too, so this is what we're gonna work with. We were joking. We were like, somebody was like, "Can't you just put any font in there?" I was like, "I guess you could. We could slam some wingdings in here and see how we go." I can't guarantee I'll finish the run, but we'll have a good time with it.
Oh yeah. It's like memorizing any other language, right? You just translate the wings correctly.
So we do get to see all these nice, beautiful water fish. Look at the water.
Look at this water right here.
Right, we don't get to see the boat cutting through the water anymore. That was more pretty, but so we get interrupted on the way to Baron. The king of the sea, Leviathan's gonna come. He's hungry.
He's a little angry.
He's a little angry. He's a little hungry. He's gonna, oh,
Get him a Twix.
question for anybody, chat. Does Yang jump in the water for Tataru here? Or does Bibithy push him in? Let us know.
Betrayed.
He's just like, go get him, champ.
Go get him, champ. You don't have any armor on. You got this.
It's like, I can't go in. I'm covered in armor. So we wake up on the beach. We've lost everybody. So we are going to go to the nearest town and see what we can do. Spoony, where are you, Spoony? Sus will wake up on the beach. Spoony, OSHA. This dude's lost his mind.
Chat is universally saying pushed, by the way.
Pushed? Okay, good.
It's canon.
Okay, so shocker, we've ended up at the town where we murdered a lot of people at the beginning of the game to get their water crystal. So we need to atone for our sins. And this is Palamaporum. The only two of the only party members that we will not be renaming, spoiler alert, we'll let you do with that as you will.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen to them, you know? They're just kids, you know?
Okay, so this will be one of the biggest shop menus of the run. So I'm gonna focus here for a second to make sure I do it right. So we need a flame rod and a crossbow from the weapon shop. Also, there's like a dog barking in this track and I love it. 2 wizard's hat and a light shield. And we'll go down to the item shop. Before we go in, we're going to put on the Deathbringer, optimize both those, sort our items. I hate that sort, it lags. And then we're going to sell Shadowblade, Dark Sword, Spear, Staff, Ice Rod, Bow, Dreamer's Harp, Firefly, Shield. All of these, that, those, that, and that. Buy a bunch of these, buy a bunch of these, and buy a couple of those. Okay, we're good.
I'm pretty sure you did that menu right.
I
Like,
all that.
I was like, wow, I was like, Shadowblade, Dark Sword, Spear, Staff.
And it's gone.
And it's all gone.
No, we're good now. So, you'll notice that Cecil has absolutely nothing on except the Shadowblade. That will be a recurring theme throughout the run, is that our party members are just going to run around the world naked with a weapon in their hand. That just means that they are really fast. So it means the ATBs charge faster, which means we can run away faster, which is what we're really looking for here.
Look at that speed.
It's very speedy.
Zooming.
He also is not going to need that equipment for very much longer, which is why we sold all of it. This fire.
What?
It's burning. I don't know how that fire is burning, but just on a dirt patch on the mountain. But Palom will take care of it for us and we can move on. But before we do, we'll have a little cutscene with Golbez trying to get rid of us. So if you have a donation or two, we probably have a little time here.
Oh, I've got more than 2. Well, much more than 2. We got a $50 donation from Evie and Joe that says, Final day? Final Fantasy? Ugh, it hurts to realize this is the last day. Y'all bring such joy, excitement, awesome displays of gaming prowess, and just generally delightful entertainment to the world. And you do it for an amazing cause. I cannot imagine the insane work that goes on behind the scenes to make this happen. Thank you all so much for the wonderful demonstration of positive humanity. Trans rights are human rights, words mean things, and MSF does incredible work. Let's go. Yes, chef!
Probably do one more.
Yeah, we got a $44 donation here from Oscar424 that says, $44 for the totally biased character in the game, Edward. Good luck on the run, Zic. Less than 3.
Thank you for all of these wonderful donations. He's back. Tapala is back.
Returned.
He's been on a journey to try and learn the greatest spell, Meteor, and he just can't do it. But he wants to get revenge on Golbez because Anna died in the attack on Dancing Castle, and Golbez was responsible. So we're starting to really get into the game here. We're on Mount Ordeals. If you are a avid player of Final Fantasy XIV, you will probably recognize a whole ton of this run because a lot of Endwalker was based off of characters and locations in Final Fantasy IV. So, even if you don't know Final Fantasy IV, you'll see and recognize and enjoy a lot of this. So we're just going to run from all these fights. We don't need fights right now. We need them later, actually. But we're just going to go to the top of the mountain for a little boss fight.
Yeah, thankfully in this run there really isn't much of like stopping to level mount ordeals. We did one in the initial portion when we got Tella. We'll do one after this upcoming fight that we're gonna see, and then I think there's one more basically with like the one of the sealed cave.
Yeah.
But that's really about it. So a lot of just pushing forward as fast as you can.
Absolutely. So here is our first little fight here against Scarmiglione. Let's twin cast. Are you oh, that sucks. Do you want to kind of talk about this fight while I recover this train wreck?
Yeah, so basically at this point, we're just going through Scarmiglione, and we're going to use Palom Emporium to cast Pyro because Scarmiglione is undead. So there is a slight chance that... okay, please? Okay, good. At least split the damage. At least split the difference with this one. So you want to get 2 Pyros off and then make sure that the twins stay alive while everybody else defends while they... at least heal the rest. So pretty simple fight, but like as you can see here, if the twins are out of sync, then that's just terrible. They can also cast Comet, which you would think a giant meteor, like mini meteor ball would do a lot more damage, but it doesn't do very much at all. So we got Scarmiglione down and pass through, and oh no, he's not actually dead.
Coming back.
Oh, he's like undead or something crazy.
Oh,
right.
But he did this where we get the banger theme that we won't get to hear much of. So, all right. This is going to be a tough fight. We're going to... Ooh, that works perfectly.
And so now that we're...
We will take it.
Now that we've done our twin casts, we're just going to toss an elixir because...
Bye-bye, friend.
Bye-bye.
Boss fight down.
Hey, easy peasy. Get some levels on our boy Cecil. And then... so you throw an item at Scarmiglione, and instead of just... he just falls off the bridge. It's like you usually think you just whack him off, but, just bye-bye, bud. Take a little stroll, a little fall.
Okay, so we now... Scarmiglione is done. We are going to transform. Cecil is no longer a Dark Knight. We are the greatest class ever, Paladin. I won't hear any arguments against it. Paladin is the best tank class.
This is my run.
Yes, so I got some applause for it. Let's go. All right, so we just need to let the dark reflection of ourselves, it will fight us, and we're just going to let this dude darkness himself to death, and then we will get talked to by a mysterious voice. Nice.
Yeah. Easiest transformation of my life,
And then when we do transform, we have the longest text box ever. Vivithi has become a paladin.
Still a paladin. Good job, buddy. You did it.
I always was like, could this be like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, where I can turn off the music and the text box will just advance? You have to wait for the little jingle to end.
Ooh.
There we go. I would hate that though. But if the rum is like, turn off the music to be faster, I'd be like, I'm not running this. The music is the best part.
You're a paladin? Oh, that's Meteor, yes! That's all I needed.
Yeah, he learns Meteor here. I don't know what triggered it, but he's got it. So, all right. Do you want to kind of talk about the grind on the way down of Mount Ordeals?
Yeah, so we're trying to, now that Cecil's become a paladin again, now that Vivithi has become a paladin, they've been reset to level 1. So what we're going to do here is use the Holy Arrow as discussed before with the crossbow, so that in this entire, basically everything here is undead. And so what we're really looking for is 3 Liliths. They give the most EXP out of any enemy on the Mount Ordeals. We're going to try and get 2 perfect. With the... we're basically going to kill off everybody else at this point, too. High potioning the Liliths is the easiest way to get it. Tella annihilates himself with Bio, and then we're just going to kill off these skeletons. And so we're going to kind of hang around the top portion of the mountain where it's more likely that you're going to see Liliths for a little bit, and just really hope that we don't find any large number of enemies or large sets of enemies. We do have a bomb fragment if need be to kind of quickly decimate some of them, but it's not the huge deal. So this is going to be a little bit of a small grind. We're going to try and get to level 18. So with these ghouls, they're going to be pretty easy kills, more or less. So like I said, we've got just the crossbow in hand, so we're really just going to go be barreling through these pretty quickly. So nothing too crazy. It's probably a good time for donations.
Oh, I got plenty of those. We got a $42 donation here from Draxel that says, what do you call a dragoon on a hike? A walking cane.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. That was okay.
that was clever.
That was clever. I like that. Oh, perfect. And a preempt. Oh man, this is great.
Good.
We got time for another?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a $100 donation from Magic Man that says, hey, Zic, if you like Final Fantasy, you should try the Final Fantasy trading card game.
Oh, here
I know.
we go.
I hear you saying, wait, Final Fantasy has a trading card game? Yes, my friend, it does. And it is freaking awesome. Anyway, check it out and good luck on your run from the boys in the Berg.
All right, well, he did have to work for me, but go check out the Final Fantasy trading card game. I'm going to do more advertising for it here than Square does.
That's great.
I love you, Square. I'm criticizing you because I love you.
We want to see more of it.
It's the best card game I've ever played. So we're going to try to be level 18 here. I'm going to go down. We're level 17.
Yeah. Hope for at least one more decent encounter.
Yeah, that's atrocious.
Yeah, that is the worst thing we could have asked for.
Let's just take it.
Let's just get it out of the way.
This is why you stay at the top of the mountain, but, you know. I don't like to waste time, and I feel like it can be a bit of a time waste to, get to 18, then go down the mountain. Like, we might as well start the trek down and take what we get. But sometimes you get this, and this sucks. We didn't use the bomb fragment, so that's just going to stay with us forever. So something I want to note here, Final Fantasy IV has this concept, we'll call them shadow party members. So Rosa left the party when Golbez absorbed her. So basically, think of it like Rosa is still in the party right now. She is but the experience isn't getting split between two party members. Cecil's getting solo experience, but Rosa's still here. And it's their way of balancing it so when party members rejoin when they've left, that they won't be under-leveled. So getting experience on that mountain for Bivithy also will get us experience on Rosa, because she's a shadow party member, which is going to come in handy because we do want to get her to a certain level at a certain point.
Yep.
So farming experience there kind of helps on two fronts.
And chocobos.
Chocobos.
We love chocobos. All right.
Nice. I got the movement that I don't think saves any time.
Yeah, getting off the chocobo right before the town, you can almost instantaneously walk in, saves maybe a point, half a second, not even. So, but hey, speed. Free speed's free speed.
All right, here is the prophecy, the legend. So make sure you memorize this. There will be a test. This will come again later. This also takes a little while. So if you have a donation or two, go ahead.
Oh, I got plenty. We got a $5 donation from Chase that says, had to donate during my girlfriend's most beloved Final Fantasy game. Here's to absolutely cooking this run. We also got a $25 donation from Nathan Bowman that says, my obligatory Final Fantasy 14 tax, it meant 4, but they said 14. And while they aren't in Final Fantasy 4, my favorite way is Dreaming Way. Thank you all for a wonderful week of donations, incredible runs, and so much hype.
All right, thank you for those. So now that we have done that, we are going to head back to Baron finally. Paolo and Form are going to join us, and nothing bad will happen to them along the way.
Nothing bad at all.
We will protect these precious beans with our life. So we have now unlocked the Devil's Road, which is this little teleporty thing, which can take us in the original game here, they make it look like this is just a teleporter, but in the after years, when you go in the Devil's Road, it's this whole rock dungeon, and so I'm now confused if it's a dungeon or a teleporter.
They just fight through themselves. You just hear clinging
this
and
is
clanging. They saved us time. Thanks, Claire.
I would rather do that than go through an entire cave just running away from stuff. Do we need to rename anybody? No, we're good. No, we're good. Yeah.
Yep.
We're good for a while. I think, who's left? Edge?
I think so.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna head into the inn in Baron, and oh, there's Osha.
Oh, wow.
He's been brainwashed.
And now he's getting revenge for being pushed off of the...
Yeah, like you pushed me off that boat.
But it's okay, we'll beat it out of him.
All right, so Tapala will cast Bio All there. That'll take care of the guards because they're humans. And then this is kind of a scripted fight. So we can't end the fight until Osha has done his little dialogue here. So he'll do one kick, and then he'll say, "It's me." And then he will do another kick, and then we'll win one turn and attack. And now we can end the fight. So you just wait for the second kick and then watch for the little hesitation, the ATB, knowing that like he's taken his turn, and then you can attack him and to end the fight as quick as possible. And he's back.
We once again have Osha on our side. That just sounds so weird.
So what was I gonna say about Osha? I mean, we have a damage dealer again, which is nice.
Yeah. Osha is a pretty big damage dealer throughout the most, like a large portion of the run up until that we get Chadley back from his little brainwash stuff going on. So.
Oh right, Osha has a key to the whole. They find this guy on a beach, and they're like, "You want to join the army? You want a key to the whole operation?
Here you go, bud.
Go for it, man.
Go for it."
So we just got the key to the whole town from Yang, which will now unlock every door, which is a key item, which means we have to move around the bomb ring because we still have the bomb ring. So we're gonna unlock the shop, and we're gonna do a little shopping here. We need a Thunderclaw and an Ice Claw. Oh, I'm a little low on gil, but we have enough. We're gonna buy 4 headbands and 2 Kempo Gis, and then we're gonna equip all that stuff. So we optimize. Oh, you do not get optimized. You get optimized.
And headband on Bibithy.
Let's do this. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. You just, I don't know. And then yes, headband here. I accidentally hit optimize. And then we switch these two's position. Oh, and put the rows back to normal.
Yep.
So we switched the rows when we were on Mount Ordeals so that Bibithy was in the back row using the crossbow. But we want that back to normal now because he's back to using the Sword of Legend. So now we're just going to get through this cave, run from everything we can. If we get an ambush here, it's not the end of the world, so long as like they attack the twins, because we do want the twins to be dead for the next boss fight, because they don't need experience. I don't know why, because nothing bad's going to happen to them.
Yeah. Nothing bad will ever happen to the children.
Electrofish. I love some of these enemy names.
While we do wait, though, we probably have time for a donation.
Absolutely. We got a $500 donation from Quantum Jump. They said, Final Fantasy IV was my first ever Final Fantasy game, and the one that made me fall in love with the series. Even years later, when I'm now playing through every single game in the series, some for the first time, 4 is still my favorite so far, and has some of the best music in the series. So hyped to see it at GDQ. Let's go, Zic!
Thank you for that. We probably have time for one more.
Sure, we got a $25 donation from Kubaru that says, been looking forward to this Final Fantasy IV run all week. This game holds a special place in my heart as it was one of the first Final Fantasy games I beat as a kid. The remake on the DS, I beat as a kid, the remake on the DS, excuse me. Best of luck on the run, Zic, and great to see Foxy doing commentary as well. Let's have a great final day, everyone. Much love, and I am putting my donation toward the one-handed warpless upgrade for Super Mario Brothers.
All right, so Captain Bygone has joined the party, and you can't do that. We already have 5 party members. So something is wrong. Somebody's got to go. You've been voted off the island, Bygone.
Sorry, bud.
All right, so that's perfect. So we'll start attacking the hands. Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so you want to start with attacking the
Left arm.
the left arm, simply because it can cast Constrict like this and make Cecil unusable basically for the entire fight. So cast 1 Thundaga on the body and then basically go through the rest as we can. Trying to Suna Cecil because he will be a major damage dealer throughout the entire piece. And the biggest thing is that once you kill the body, the right arm will self-destruct. So we're going to try and time it well enough that everything, we'll be able to high potion through and hopefully not get hit pretty hard by the what do you call it, by the self-destruct, but the self-destruct itself is also based off, it's more of a ratio of what the leftover HP is for the right arm, so we do want to get at least one hit off on it before it explodes, but we'll see how well that turns out now that Cecil is constricted.
I'm trying so hard to bring T'Pala back so he can Asuna this constrict off.
He keeps hitting him.
Oh my god.
A little rough.
Shout out to my guy B dude. I got constricted. Oh my god. Leave him alone.
He's on a mission. No, please.
Normally it'd be fine because Cecil would cover him. Okay, we got this. Asuna. Oh,
Hey, we finally got it off. Let's go.
Thank God. Okay, we can play the game again. Oh, good. He's hate. Oh, okay. Wait, we're gonna do something funky here. We're gonna get weird.
Ooh.
Now we're improvising. The reflect has worn off, so I'm going to do that. Thank you. Attacks. Oh, he's still alive.
Ooh, interesting.
No, he's not. Who died? Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Sweet. Hey, it worked out in the end.
That was a train wreck.
Just really wanted to kill Talapa.
Whoa.
Hey, we got it done though.
Oh God. We're gonna bring that back and then get up and then use an ether. Okay.
Perfect.
Is 60 that? Let's use the second one. Let's just be safe about it.
Yep.
I'll just pick up some extra ethers along the way. Oh gosh.
And now we get to see the King of Aaron and explain ourselves and be like, hey, why do you do this? And then well, it turns out he's one of the four fiends.
He's a turtle.
He's a water turtle. Well, I guess most turtles are water turtles, but
I'm not up to date on my anatomy of a turtle. You're up to date on the anatomy of octopuses, though, from our game of Codename.
Yeah, exactly.
Doggo.
And so whenever he has like the water rising, you get that to go down by using a Thundaga, but it's nice and easy. That was a very clean. There is a very clean.
One fight went well.
Yeah, that was very clean.
Okay, Kegnazo's down.
Yeah, you Roddy imposter, and then Sid as well. I have to name Sid too.
Yeah. Where were we naming Sid?
Great question. You tell me.
We can rename him a Baron. So yeah.
Yep.
We'll probably be renaming Sid in like 2 minutes if you want to be ready on Sid's name. I'm gonna get a drink of water. If you want to read a donation or two too while I get a drink of water, you can.
I can absolutely do that. We got a $125 donation from Firebringer that says, I am so thrilled that Final Fantasy IV is being played at GDQ. I have such fond memories of playing this game on the couch with my brother, and it was such a pivotal game in our lives that we still quote it at each other to this day. I remember when we were stuck trying to find the crystal sword, and it was the only time our parents let us call Nintendo tip line. Remember when that was a thing?
Oh gosh, I remember those little inserts they'd put in all the games. I love when you like buy a retro game though and they're still in there. You're like, you think you can call this number still? Oh no, the twins.
We never saw this coming.
We never saw this
This is
coming.
actually brand new information.
There they go.
No.
So
Actually, it's really sad when you play this the first time. You're like, oh my god.
It is sad. They were innocent.
You were very sure that nothing bad would happen to them. But yeah, they're gone forever now. You try to Asuna them, but they used break on themselves willingly, so they can't be Asuna'd out of their.
I don't get how that works.
Yeah, we don't ask questions here. And everybody's like, okay, we had our moment of silence. Let's hustle.
Let's go. Let's mosey.
Let's mosey.
Oh yeah, we also. Meanwhile, back at the base. We're going to. So their new plan is, because they are tired of sending goons after us because we keep beating them, they're just going to have us get the crystal and offer to trade it for Rosa. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we gotta fall for. We're kind of the bad guys in this game in a slight way because
These guys are dumb.
Yeah, we just keep giving away crystals like candy. Oh, you need a crystal? Here you go, bud. No problem.
I swear to God, this game's plot is like, if we just did nothing, the world would be fine.
Yeah. The best action is inaction.
Okay, so...
And voila, airship out of the ground.
Oh, yeah. Airship out of the ground. We have an airship now. Airships are great. We can go anywhere in the world except forests. We can't land in forests, which actually is important for the going to the next area.
Yep.
Oh, God. Does that really say 109? Oh, God. Don't let me look down there.
Do not look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Look at me.
I'm the timer now.
I am the timer now.
Okay, so we're going to the Kingdom of Troya, which is directly up left, a little up, but directly up left. There's a little patch we can land on, right?
The ittiest bittiest
Here.
patch I've ever.
And that right there, diagonal movement, saving us. Diagonal movement's very nice.
Oh, I love diagonal movement. It's so convenient.
Kind of take it for granted until you go back and play an older one, and you're like, oh,
This is pain.
diagonal movement is really nice.
And we find our friend Spoony.
Spoonie's not doing so hot. So Spoonie will give us a harp because it is the only thing he can do.
It's the only...
He says it.
It's oh man.
Look, it's the only way I can be of any help. You can take out right now. Please save salmon. We're off to save the salmon.
Hey, salmon are important for our ecosystem. Thank you very much. But yeah. So now we're headed off to the magnetic cavern, which is actually going to be a very interesting mechanic going on. As you can probably guess, magnetic cavern. It's going to make any characters that have metal on them become paralyzed, as you saw with the Bygone fight. And we're going to use a black chocobo here to kind of, he looks so strange. It's so funny to seeing you got like 5 party members and you just want to fly over to, this cavern real fast. No big deal.
Just all hop on this one chocobo. That chocobo song, we'll hear it again when we fly back, but
Yep.
it always reminds me of music from Super Mario RPG.
All right, and so now Sid is the only character that doesn't have any metal on his person, which is, I guess, odd considering he's an engineer. But
He's got a wooden hammer.
he's got a wooden hammer.
So yeah, we're just gonna run through and run from every fight. So we're not too worried about taking the metal off of other party members.
Yep. And we're gonna pick up a spider silk and an hourglass, and so it should be our last spider silk, correct?
We need one more.
One
after
more.
this, yes.
One more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ogres. Okay.
Oh no. Yeah. I guess we can time for like one donation here while we're quickly zooming through.
You betcha. We got a $25 donation from Optic Walrus that says Final Fantasy IV, or 2, as I knew it on the SNES, is the game that started everything for me. It completely exploded my preteen mind and showed me how rich and emotional a video game could be. This run brings back wonderful memories of the months spent down in the basement grinding away at the game with my best friend and JRPG mentor John, who sadly left us last year. Thanks for the run and for the memories. And thank you very much, Optic Walrus, for your donation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, as we said, the gimmick to the magnetic cavern is that any party member wearing metal will be incapacitated. Oh, this is garbage.
Yay, blood.
This is one of the worst.
You like getting blood feasted?
That'll happen a lot this run probably.
Yeah.
The bats are like going to. Oh, they're all
so
gonna
fast.
turn. Can I go now? No. Okay.
A nice little Zubat encounter in the magnetic cave, right?
They really are. So, what we're gonna do really quickly is I need to equip Sid with the iron arrow and do I? Sure. Yeah. That sounds good. And so by giving Sid the iron arrow, he's now holding something metal, so he's incapacitated. So we lose immediately. That fight is scripted and you're supposed to lose the fight. So by giving everybody metal, you're unable to fight and you lose the fight before it even loads. It's kind of a nice way to kind of use that gimmick to our advantage.
And through his pain, Mr. Spoony Man knows that he needs to save us and is going to crawl over to his harp to help. How the harp goes all the way from here to the magnetic cave. No, I'm not asking any questions, but he's finally doing something.
And by playing the song, it disables the magnetic effect. So that will allow us to use our weapons and actually fight the Dark Elf. And I just need to do one quick thing before we begin the fight, which is to switch the ruby ring from Cecil to Tapala.
Yep.
Do you want to kind of talk about the Dark Elf and coincidentally the Dark Dragon?
Yeah. So once we hop in, good quick save. There we go. Yeah.
Also, I'm so sorry every time I quick save. If you play FF14, you're not getting a whisper. It is the same sound effect as FF14's whisper. Sound effect is the quick save.
Yep. So we're going to berserk on Bibithy, and just kind of send it at this point.
And we're going to wait until we deal enough damage to trigger the Dark Dragon transformation.
Yep. We trigger the transfer into the Dark Dragon, and then we're actually going to be using a Silver Hourglass on the Dark Dragon, because as soon as the Dark Elf switches to the transforms into the Dark Dragon, it loses its boss status, so it just turns into a normal enemy. And so because it's no longer a boss, you can stop it, and it just makes it super easy. So we're going to kill off most of our party members so that we're going to maximize our leveling, or we're going to kill off Talapo so we can maximize our leveling for the rest of our characters, and bam, easy fight. So,
easy fight.
Yeah.
And that, I guess, is intended because that is something that has been in most versions of Final Fantasy IV, that Dark Dragon loses the boss bit whenever it transforms.
Yep. So now we grab the Earth Crystal. We're going to head back to the town of Troya, and then from there we're going to go to the Tower of Zot.
So let's do a Phoenix down.
Get everybody up.
And then teleport.
Yep. Then teleport out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna grab, oh, here's this banger of a Chocobo song.
And it automatically flies back, which is nice.
He always goes home.
Yep.
Also, if you've never noticed, the map of this forest is the shape of a Chocobo.
Wild. And we're gonna grab this white Chocobo, which is gonna restore our MP, and then we'll black Chocobo back down to town of Troya.
Yeah, usually you don't need to talk to those white Chocobos, but because I had to use some extra ethers here and there, and I'm just gonna be safe about keeping my MP topped off. There's an NPC up here, which is in the worst possible place ever. That old lady is right in the middle of the path, and sometimes we'll move up and block the doorway. Luckily, she moved to the left, but I hate it when she moves up because you have to somehow get her out of that little stuck spot. All right, so we have the Earth Crystal, and now we're gonna go to the Tower of Zot to trade it for Rose's life.
Which is the funny part, because they go, you return the Earth Crystal. I'm like, not really. No.
So we used to do a little strategy here where we would detour to Eblon Castle to pick up some mute arrows, which is an arrow that does bonus damage to mages. And that used to be a strat that we used for a boss in the upcoming dungeon. But we've opted to switch to a different strat now, which is using the Gaia Hammer, which is a weapon for Sid that you can find in this tower. It just kind of overall makes things a little faster and easier along the way, and you don't have to detour out of your way for it.
And here's one of the best maps in the game where everything looks the same.
Everything looks the same.
So yeah, figuring out these maps is pretty rough sometimes, but as we've said before, Zic is a masterclass of this run, so shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
Thankfully, not too much can kill you here, but we are going to top off relatively frequently depending on what we get. So monsters, and this will be where we get the Gaia Hammer.
This one's actually the Flame Sword.
Oh, excuse me, Flame Sword.
Yes. And Osha should be able to kill that thing, yeah, because he has the Ice Claw, so it does bonus damage to that Flame Hound.
Yep.
We're gonna top off here. That's honestly one of the biggest things that was that caused a bit of a slowdown between the old version of this game and the current version, is just that because enemies are so much faster now, they get more turns in battle, so you end up having to stop and heal throughout dungeons a lot more than you used to. You used to almost never have to heal throughout the run.
Yeah.
And now that happens like every encounter. And I have to watch my Phoenix Stones and High Potions right now because I only bought so many, because for the first parts of the run, Gil is actually a little tight. I'm so happy about this. He's dead.
Ooh.
He's not dead.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Not
because Paladin is goaded,
Yeah.
and we cover. Okay.
All right. We have a naming way coming up for Sid.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Sid.
He's here
Thank
and
you
there.
for reminding me.
He's here and there and everywhere, so we'll have a lot of opportunities to rename. But
Yeah.
he'll be in the run for quite a bit longer.
After the next fight, we
Yep.
can do the rename. Thank you for reminding me.
I know you're just.
We should have did it in Troya, but
in the zone.
it is okay. Okay. So now we need to do our little menu. I was just gonna see if we got. Of course, it's a back attack.
Back
I want
attack.
to be a back attack.
Right before the menu. Let's go.
Why?
Easy game.
Can I leave now? Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. So first we'll heal up. Okay, and then this is Flame Sword. Optimize. Is there anything else I'm missing here?
Telo, remove all, equip Flame Rod. Wizard Hat. Cecil's Optimize. And also remove Ruby Ring and equip the headband again. And Sid's going to optimize, and we've got to have Telo at full HP.
Okay. And we got it. So we're good.
Yep. And time for the Mega Sisters.
So this fight, you may remember, as being very difficult because if you kill one of the sisters, they can bring each other back to life. But the fight becomes very simple when you realize that only the blueberry in the middle is responsible for full lifing the party. And so we will start sending our 3 physical attackers at Cindy, while Tapala will start hitting Mindy and Sandy with spells.
Yep.
And then we're going to just kind of go 1, 2, 3 and take them all out.
Yep.
Starting with the middle so that full life doesn't happen. We're just going to get a lot of spells reflected here. They're going to throw reflect on the party. Please don't. Okay. We're going to her. Keep it going.
Yes, fairly simple fight. Like Zic said, just focus on the middle until the others are ready to go. Really not. It's not hard to, especially because they'll reflect each other and reflect you. So it's fairly simple to kind of just breeze through the fight.
Yeah, once the middle one dies, they can do almost nothing to you. It's kind of funny to watch them be actually useless when the middle one dies.
Getting close here.
Have to be close. Black Magic, Gundaga, who has Reflect? Paula. Ooh, that's a big hit. We should be okay though.
Easy miss.
Okay. Let's see who this hits. I actually have no idea who this is gonna hit. Sure.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we'll take that.
That's really good. Yeah.
All right, and then we'll just finish off the others.
Nice and
See,
casual.
like, it uses Confuse, it gets Reflect, it can't hit. Actually, that's fine.
Yeah, and they can't hit each other with their own spells because they're a boss, so fairly useless here.
I actually want to... That's okay. That's okay. Never mind. I really wanted Tapala to die there, but that took way too long to do, so just... When Bibithy missed, I was like, all right, just get us out of here.
Time to roll.
I wanted to kind of get a little more experience, but...
Yeah, there's a hope, like Zic mentioned earlier, where we have Rosa in as a shadow party member, and so really hoping to get her to level 23 so she can cast Blink as a bit of a safety for a later fight coming up. So, but there is basically another safety strat that we can use. So here we get a nice little scripted sequence of Tela being very angry and Golbez kind of laughing off all the damage. But as you might see, and we'll get into later, Meteor is a very strong spell, but they kind of make it sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of a joke on its own at the end of the day with everything that they do related to it. So we'll see that more later in the run, but it's something we'll point out as we go. And while we're waiting for Tela to kind of pass on, but by his own means, we can go at least a donation or two.
Yeah, you bet. We got, this is a big one, we got a $20 donation here from Brosentia. It says, hey, I know this game. Question from Twitch chat. Is OSHA forklift certified? Good luck, Zic. Glad to see the different versions of Final Fantasy IV on the main stage. Putting this toward naming the Edge Arby's.
The classic
Classic.
RB. Now, is OSHA hovercraft certified?
Hovercraft certified, airship certified. If you think about it, you could use OSHA's like fang claws could be some sort of forklift. With like how yoked they are.
All right, so Paula has casted Meteor, which costs 99 MP, and he only has 0, so he's gonna take a little. He's got to rest.
A little
That was
nappy poo.
exhausting.
Yeah.
And so it does not, contrary to what it looked like on the screen, that did not kill Golbez. It just broke his hold over Chadley because he was hypnotizing Chadley. So Chadley's coming back to the team.
And that's definitely the last time that he's coming back to the team, though.
He's staying for good.
He's staying for good. We take a little moment of silence and moving on.
I will want you to read me out this menu whenever I get to it.
You got it.
It is just like
Very important.
being up here and talking, and I'm like, menu, I can't remember it.
There's also a very important menu with that's coming up once we finally get Rosa out of this. Why that waited so long to happen? It's
Right.
Like, yeah, there's a deadly trap. We're gonna wait till after Golbez goes away, and Chadley's back in our party, and Chadley's third wheel in a little bit here. Sorry, bud. What's wrong, Chadley? Oh, nothing.
We have saved the salmon.
Let's fight together. Okay, you got it. So he's got some hops, though.
He does have some hops.
Yeah, right.
Okay. White Mage Salmon and Dragoon Chadley have joined the party. Okay, so do you want to read me out this menu real quick?
Yes, sir. Rosa, crossbow, holy arrow, Yang, prisoner's wear, Kane, headband and Kempo gi, Sid, mithril armor, and then Rosa, cure all. And double check that Bibithy has the headband on as well.
Yeah. Oh, he does not. Thank you. All right, and then
Wham bam. Quick save, yes. And so now we come up to our next fight, Barbaricia, the third of the 4 fiends. This one's fairly simple. Basically, when you're using Kane to dispel the wind that goes around Barbaricia, as she is air elemental, basically. So that's why the Gaia Hammer is so important. It's Earth. And so every time you hit Barbaricia, no matter what you hit her with, she will always have a little, comment come up that says, "No, you have to use only a dragoon can dispel the thing," and it's wastes a lot of time. But at the end of the day, it's not too terrible. So
sometimes it procs twice for every attack, and I have no idea why. White magic. We're going to berserk here. Keep jumping with Chadley, and I think we're set up now.
did we Bacchus Sid?
We did.
Okay,
He is berserked. So now we just
we kind of let it roll.
kind of let it roll, keep
Yeah.
people healed up, and we'll just let auto battle take care of Barbacoa for us.
Yeah. So she'll use Ray, which just gives you a bit of basically a slow petrify, and then also tornado causes you to go into critical HP. So high potioning and healing as much as we can, and then going from there. So sort of auto battling from here, but also making sure that we're trying to maximize our damage in that aspect and keep not just constantly high potioning and healing ourselves. So hoping for some crits on Sid. With the berserks as well, as much as we can. So, good damage, good damage.
So you notice we're good, nice. For us,
target.
like the turn ago, I manually used a high potion with OSHA, even though he would have done it with auto battle. But oh my god, that's scary. It would when you use like auto battle with a healing item, the game will prioritize whoever has the lowest health, which would have been OSHA there, but I wanted Sid to get healed, so I had to manually take control for that one.
Yeah, it's a nice perk, but also kind of bad when you're like, hey, actually, no, keep healing them, please.
Please keep healing who I said to heal.
Yeah.
Or like if you attack a party member, when auto battle does attack, it'll go back to attacking enemies. So you can't like auto battle to take out one of your own party members too.
Yeah, the game's trying to save you from yourself, but at the same time, we know what we're doing enough to save.
Are you sure you want to hit yourself?
Yes.
Nobody's done this before. The neat thing here too is the wind will dispel even if Chadley misses the jump, interestingly enough.
Yeah, that's what you get when you chat Dragoon.
Nice miss.
Nice
Nobody can hit her.
Please.
Let's get out of here. Okay, she keeps using Tornado on Osha, and that's really, really working out well. There we go. Barbacoa is down.
And I just want barbacoa for lunch.
Lunch.
Already. And we're ready for a naming way soon.
Yeah, we will be ready for our Sid name soon.
Sorry, we keep bringing it up to remind ourselves.
Well, I'm dumb and brought up the reminder before and then forgot to actually name him, so we're going to do it this time. But yeah, that fight can be pretty straightforward. You can get kind of stuck in healing loops if, she throws tornadoes here and there, but she just kept tornadoing the same person, which really helped out a lot.
Yep.
And I did not care if Osha survived that fight. Rosa did not get to 23, so I am going to have to do the scuffed backup strats for Calcabrina, which scares the crap out of me, but we'll figure it out.
We'll make it work.
I hope so.
We're professionals. Well, you're the professional.
Am I?
I'm here for moral support.
All right, we're just going to go rename Sid in the town of Barrens. So once we navigate this castle, you do this movement in Castle Barrens so often, like I could probably do this blindfolded.
Incentive?
I am not. I am not.
We are not prepared.
As impressive as Bubsia. Do you have Sid's name?
I do. At $380, Devil May Cry fans rejoice, Nero.
All right, let's rename. There we go.
Perfect. And only one more left.
True.
I wonder what the name is.
Edge has never not been Arby's. Well, so, and that's, I'm gonna, like, that's the funny thing here is, so this is an interesting, like, coming full circle moment for me, because my first GDQ was AGDQ 2015, I believe it was, and the finale for that marathon was Final Fantasy IV. I'm in the front row in the VOD.
Somebody go double check.
Fact check this guy. But like, it was just like when I got introduced to the first run I ever saw at GDQ was Spike and Poexel doing FF9. I've been a Final Fantasy fan all my life, and so it's kind of just like one of those cool. And I'll always remember at AGQ, I think that was AGQ 15. It was the FF4 run. I watched the whole run. There was Spike sitting on the floor in the audience yelling Arby's. And it's just kind of one of those, like, it's cool to be like, from then to now, it's like, now I'm running FF4, and it's kind of just a cool moment.
The cycle's complete.
I'm just happy to get to share a series that means so much to me with everybody.
The best part.
That's the best part. All right, so we have entered the underworld. We threw a rock in a well, and it exploded a volcano. I don't know how the town below that volcano, like, it's not like raining molten lava and ash on them.
How does this work? We don't know. There was a giant fire column coming out of it. But, we don't ask questions here. Things just, it's cool, all right?
But that opens up a portal to the underworld, or a hole. And so now we're down here, and we're going to go talk to the dwarves. And we're going to start one of the fights that I am most worried about, which is Calcabrina. Calcabrina is a fight that starts as 6 dolls that will combine into one larger doll, which can then break back apart into 6 smaller dolls, rinse and repeat. I'd rather not see it break apart into 6 smaller dolls the second time. The trigger for getting it to, one of the ways to get it to transform into the big doll is we're going to take out a couple of the little ones. There are 3 Calcos and 3 Brinas. The front ones, I don't remember which one is which, but the front ones have way less health than the back ones. So those are the ones we're going to focus down. But this thing hits like a truck. So that's why Blink would be really useful here, because Blink is a spell Rosa gets that can kind of just nullify physical damage. It raises your evasiveness a ton. So then it makes this fight, it makes it so Calcabrina can't really do anything. We don't have blink, so I'm gonna do little backup strats here. I'm leaving Kane in the back row, so he'll take less physical damage. And then I'm gonna use protect on Bibithy so that hopefully doesn't get completely destroyed by the doll, and OSHA will do his best.
Kabate, let's go.
And we're just gonna hope that it doesn't break back apart. Okay. All right, so I'm going to hold her turn for a second. I need to see what these people do. Can Bibithy kill that? Okay.
Nice.
Can OSHA kill that? No. All right, how do I want to do this? Let's heal up.
Zerg can go for the protect later.
Yeah, we'll go for the protect on the next turn.
Yep. And then now we just send damage. And so one thing that you're going to be start seeing Zic do more here is you'll kind of randomly see him try to escape and get the can't escape thing to come up. So all that actually does is it's called run buffering. It basically makes it so that it gives yourself extra time in between turns where while the can't escape is up, the boss or enemy can't do anything. So there's a lot. Ooh, that's a good miss. So basically, he's just giving himself extra time to quickly menu and prevent the boss from actually doing anything. So this is looking pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, because of the...
There you go.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah, so because of the way ATB works, if you... when that can't escape prompt is at the top of the screen, no ATB flows. Ours doesn't, the boss's doesn't. Time is stopped. So just by flicking R1, L1 when your turn comes up, you can get like a good 2 seconds to just like menu down to items or to black magic without the enemy's turn advancing. So it lets you just kind of cheat turns a little bit. And in some of the tighter fights at the end of the game, it gives you way more turns than you normally would get and helps mitigate a lot. Yeah,
especially considering the speed difference between all of this. So with the Golbez fight, we're going to do a little bit of a setup here where we're going to try and jump with Kane so that when we get binded by Golbez, he summons a dark shadow dragon and everybody else gets wiped out. But Kane comes back because Kane is, jumped. We actually don't have to worry about anything. And then, look at that.
Whoa,
we've seen
who's
that.
the summoner?
Whoa, we've seen that dragon before.
We killed that dragon.
Yeah. And then Cecil gets a free heal, and then we freely get Kane back. So we can double damage and kind of blaze through the fight here. So.
This text box here, if you've ever, he's like, this cannot be ever. You played 10-2, right?
Yeah.
There's like one, I forget if it's Logos or Ormi, one of the LeBlanc nerds. Every time you beat him in a fight, he's like, this cannot be. And I think of that every time that text box comes up.
I didn't even think of that.
I do it every time. But yeah, so that jump strat kind of is like twofold. In number one, like Foxy said, you get a lot of damage on that fight.
Yep.
And two, it's one less Black Fang animation you have to watch, so it saves you time just by not watching one animation. If it's just Cecil and Kane left alive after that's like a rarity that everybody's alive after Calcabrina.
Yep.
But if it's just Cecil and Kane, then you jump with Kane, and Golbez doesn't Black Fang Cecil, so it just moves on because there's nobody to use the attack on, which is also really fast and really nice.
And then we said we were going to protect the crystal, but guess what? We didn't. So
we failed.
What might have happened if we never did anything? Who knows?
Can you remind me what I have to buy here?
Yes, 2 Sage's Miters and a Room Armlet.
Okay, I always get the Sage's Miter and the Sage's Surpluses mixed up. Okay.
And you get 2 Sage's Miters, right?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Perfect.
So as we do with every castle we visit, we're going to raid their storerooms. So there's a power armlet and an elixir up here. And then on this floor, there's a dwarven axe in this chest, which will come in handy later. And then we're going to run across the way. And this is our chance to restock a little bit on high potions of Phoenix Downs, which we really need Phoenix Downs. We've kind of gotten abused.
Yep.
So let's get like, I don't know, 7 of those and 15 of those. That seems fair. I don't really have that down to a science. So we need 47,000 gil at the Eblon settlement so we can buy an ice lance and an ice sword. So you kind of have to just like look at your gil and be like, I can buy this many, I guess. I just don't want to be under guild for that shop. I also want to do a quick menu here to do that. That's not in my notes.
It is not.
Because I don't update my notes. I'm bad at having public notes. So I guess I'll say that really quickly. So as Foxy said, he is double checking all my menus and stuff for me right now using a set of notes. They are public notes that I made. They are on speedrun.com for Final Fantasy IV.
Please run the game. It's great.
So yeah, please run the game. It's great. But yeah, I've written very extensive guide/notes for running through this game's any percent. It tells you all the menus, the boss strats, the where you go, what items to pick up. So if you've ever been wanting to try out a game, that's available for you. I've got some videos out there for some of the harder boss fights. If you've ever been interested in running, especially like an older Final Fantasy, I highly recommend the Pixel Remasters. One of the main things is that the game has an autosave feature. So it's saved right there. If I die on this screen, I can load a save right there at the beginning of the room through the autosave.
Extremely convenient, yeah.
It makes learning, it's very beginner friendly. It makes learning these games, especially more punishing ones like FF2 and FF5, it makes learning them so much easier and so much more beginner friendly. I think they're really great versions of the game to get into.
Yeah, we cannot speak highly enough of just the Final Fantasy community in general because we kind of stepped in at the same time, I would say, getting into these games, and we've been partnered throughout a lot of this stuff. So huge shout outs to them. We mentioned the FF Relay before. Please go watch the FF Relay. It's so much fun. And just, I don't know, like you said, the Pixel Remasters are the perfect way to break into this, especially if you're interested in older Final Fantasies. So,
also to shout out the egg. The tower has offered us an egg in this trying
free time save, let's go.
It's just an encounter that does nothing, so it's a free runaway.
Yeah.
So we appreciate any and all eggs, because everything else is a back attack.
Apparently.
I'm gonna want you to read out this menu to me too. If that's
yes,
okay.
sir.
Let's just do it right now.
Yeah, Yang Cat Claw with the power armlet, Kane with the dwarven axe on his left hand, Rydia has a wizard's hat and a flame rod, and heal if low.
Flame rod, wizard's hat, and I'll heal when we get up there.
Cool. 66.
I have all these memorized, and then I'm sitting up here blabbing, and I'm like, I'm brain too smooth. I can't multitask like that.
And this, like we mentioned before, the Tower of Zot looks exactly like, or the Tower of Babel looks exactly like the Tower of Zot. So it's just this constant, where am I right now? And the game really wants you dead. But like I said,
really wants me dead.
Yeah. I think we did the menu early, so if anything does happen that's not good, we're already in a good spot. So pick up this dry ether to make for later, much later in the game actually. Mm-hmm. But it's really nice that all these items are as much available as they are, because it's just we really need them in the run. Yeah. But as Zic was saying with his notes, I actually did essentially not a blind run with his notes, just kind of coaching me on a Discord, and I was able to do all of it basically. It wasn't actually too long in my opinion for almost a little over 4 hours for a first run, and especially my first real big time delving into it. And I couldn't complete the run specifically with...
You would have. We just got tired.
Yeah, we just got tired.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The final boss in this is very specific, and if you don't watch that video, you're going to have a very rough time. But Zic has a great video out on how to do Zeromus, and it's really cool.
Spoilers, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought the final boss was Golbez.
Golbez, yeah. So now up is Dr. Luge and Barnabas. A fairly, relatively straightforward fight, but the main thing is that how we handle both Dr. Luge and Barnabas. We want to kill Dr. Luge first, and then kind of try and get as close as we can to kill Barnabas, so that we're not kind of ruining ourselves here. Barnabas will self-destruct once the Doctor has died, but we also don't want to kill Barnabas first, because then Dr. Luge will transform basically into something else before we go into the second portion of the fight. Yeah.
Let's hold out here, wait for the Titan to come down, see if Doctor dies, and then I'll queue up Yang to hit Lad. Yep, go. Nice.
Bam, perfect, good timing.
Okay, cool. Okay, just to duck that explosion. So you can take the self-destruct because this fight you only need OSHA here is the only person you need. But if that self-destruct were to hit OSHA at the end of that fight, we would have a really bad time here.
Yep.
So it's better to just try and kill them both at the same time and avoid that chance even happening.
Yep.
Because if you've ever played any game ever, even though it's a 20% chance, it might as well be 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Yang has the Thunder Claw and Cat Claw here, he's just going to do a crap ton of damage.
Yeah.
So he'll just take out Dr. Luge right there.
Bam.
Easy fight.
Easy peasy. All right. Looking good. Looking good.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Feeling good.
And one of the important parts of that thing there is that a little while back, one of our menus, we put the prisoner's wear on Yang, even though it's a worse armor. And the reason we do that is the prisoner's wear actually gives you immunity to sleep. So if Luge were to try and target Yang with sleeping gas there, he's immune to it.
Yep. All this preparation just works out beautifully.
So we're poison. Poison ticks are a joke in this game. You literally never lose. You lose like almost no health. So it's better to just ride with it.
Yeah, vibe with the, the drum beats, I guess.
Let's not use the bomb ring because we still have the bomb ring.
We still have the bomb ring.
All right, so we have a little fight here with three goblins that have been attacking the dwarves. So we will just 1, 2, and 3. And all our melee members can take them out in one hit. So it's just a little baby fight there.
Make yourself feel good.
Yeah, they're gonna destroy the cannons, and OSHA's gonna stay behind to do something.
We don't know what.
It's like it's gonna explode, get out of here, and then it explodes. But what do you do?
OSHA sacrifices himself for our safety. Thank you, OSHA.
OSHA's doing an inspection in there, and they definitely failed. So now we have like sad music. It's very sad. We gotta mourn Yang.
Until we get to the next door.
First off, battle theme. Stop mourning.
Is that no mourning here? We gotta go.
Okay, more sad theme. All right, get over it. Yang's dead. We gotta move on.
Okay, sorry, buddy. He's gone forever. Never coming back.
Egg. So like Foxy said earlier, a party member has left the party, so we do get a full heal. Like we said, it's just a little precaution so that your last living party member doesn't leave the party and you just die. So it's kind of nice. You get to plan some of those, like, I don't need to heal. I know I'm going to get one soon when somebody leaves the party, because that happens a lot.
Yes. Party members swap out constantly in this, which is fun when you think about it. What you have to use use what you got, more or less, and it's not, you're not just stuck using one person for the entire game. Although that kind of will be what we do here.
We've almost assembled the dream team here.
Yeah.
We're just missing our good friends over at Arby's.
One roast beef sandwich.
If there's a local Arby's that could bring us lunch.
Oh. Make the call. DoorDash.
But see, I don't want to pay for it. I just want it delivered.
We want to be sponsored. We got a Red Bull sponsor. We can't get an Arby's sponsor.
They used to make the little cardboard things during GDQs. Do you remember that?
Oh, no. It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
a while.
That was many, many years ago.
Many moons.
Yes. Nira's back. Nira has saved us from the tower. We're being chased. And so we're going to try and escape the underworld now. But yeah, we're going to have a little cutscene here where Nero will lead us to victory. So if you've got a donation or two, Dane, go for it.
Oh, you betcha. We got a $15 donation from Leona Levels that says, had to donate during my amazing friend Zic's awesome run. Thank you everyone for the amazing work you do at GDQ. Good luck, Zic. And where's the grain?
Oh, thank you, Leona. I love you.
Grain.
We also got a $25 donation from Cartridge Blowers that says, Final Fantasy IV was my first Final Fantasy game and the one that made me fall in love with RPGs as a whole. It's so wonderful to see it here at GDQ, and it's obvious Zic and foxyjira love the game as much as I do. Also, excellent job to Danejerus on hosting, and to everyone behind the scenes doing amazing, amazing things. Less than 3. Well, thank you very much, Cartridge Bowlers, and I agree. Aren't Zic and foxyjira doing an amazing job? Give it up for them one time. They're doing amazing.
Doing good.
Yes. Dream team, power hour. Let's go.
Power hour. Except we're not tired
Times 3.
this time.
Yeah, except we're not as tired. Thank you.
Nero.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Nero just decides to hop off the ship
peace.
and explode.
That is a big hole.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what he exploded in there, but
You know,
rest in peace, Nero.
R.I.P. See ya. Never again.
They didn't even bother being like, Nero joined the party. Like,
Yeah,
they
they're just
knew.
like, no, he's just gone. We hold our heads and mourn for 5 seconds, and let's head to Baron. Okay,
Let's head to Baron.
Let's go.
So Sid's dying wish was for us to go to Baron and talk to his associates, and they will modify our ship. So Sid's engineers here, I don't think they have a name, but we'll pretend they're Biggs and Wedge. Do they have a name? No, they don't. Okay, well, that's gonna be Biggs, and the bottom one will be Wedge. They're gonna fix up our ship. They're gonna do this a couple times throughout the run. So right now, they're gonna attach a hook to this ship so that we can pick up the hovercraft and carry it around the world, because there's other areas around the world that have the little rocks in the water that the hovercraft can cross.
Yep.
And specifically, there is the Cave of Eblon. So we're gonna head to the Cave of Eblon right now and start moving on with where we go. We're gonna try and get back into the Tower of Babel. Sorry, I've got like hiccups going on here.
Oh no.
Staying too hydrated.
Yeah, too
Drinking too
hydrated.
fast. Everybody stay hydrated though.
Drink your water.
All right.
Long week.
So now we have our airship, and again, diagonal movement, really nice here. We can pick up our hovercraft, and then we can wrap around the top of the world to the Cave of Eblon here on the left.
Yep. Go for a donation.
Sure. We've got a $500 donation from Drill the Heavens. It says, thanks for putting on another awesome event. Here's to seeing the Black Blade defeated by the Blinded Blade, less than 3.
All right, here we are. So this is the point where I said we need, okay, go away, Ironbacks. This is the point where I said we need 47,000 gil to buy the Ice Brand and the Ice Spear. Usually, if we're low, we can sell the Shadow Blade or the Deathbringer, but we should be good.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're good. Nice. Okay, so we have what we need. I will do, there's a menu we have to do, but I will do it after we get our party member. We won't be able to rename Edge right away because we're still in the tower, so we'll rename him once we get out of the tower.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a naming way in the tower.
And we don't want to guess if there is. we don't want to mess around the tower.
Start going around in random rooms.
Yeah.
Are you in here?
Yeah, we're checking for him. Like, where'd you go, buddy?
Nope, that one's Pudding Way. We'll find another one.
Marco Polo, then anyway. And more Zubats coming in. I guess or would they be Golbats at this point? I don't know.
They're using Blood Feast, and I hate it. That's all I care about.
That's all we know.
That's all that matters.
Just please, Arby's faster.
Is there a donating way?
Donating away.
Donate to charity? Oh, there's some elixirs down here. We're gonna pick these up.
Get one more Spider Silk and one more Silver Hourglass. And then while we run through here, I guess we got time for another donation quick.
Yeah.
Sure. We've got a $250 donation from Too Shy Too Shoey. It says, last day, best day, let's go, less than 3.
All right. So that was our last Spider Silk we got right there.
There we go.
We got a Silver
More.
Hourglass 2, which we'll use later. And these bats, man.
You really just want to take their time.
Oh, finally.
Oh, that was quick.
That was, I was getting comfy. I was like, we're gonna be here
I was
a
like,
while.
there he goes. He's prepared for the worst.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
No,
Go
he's
away.
happening. No, please stop.
The bats are like literally the worst encounters you can get in this game just because they all use Blood Feast. They're all very fast. It's a long animation. They always come in packs of like 6. So here's our boy. He's going to try and fight Rubicante all on his own. And he's going to heal him more than he deals damage.
Yep.
I just love it because after this, Edge is like, go away. I can do this on my own. Like, you left him healthier than he was before you fought him. You don't got this, my guy.
Sorry, bud. We believe in you, but let's be a little realistic here.
There's a hidden passage down here on the bottom left, that chest against the rock. That's a dry ether. You could technically grab that one instead of the one in the Tower of Babel. I think the one I grabbed earlier is a little faster, but I guess maybe it depends on your encounters. Because if we are like on a good encounter right now, we could just like duck down there and grab it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the encounters work in this game. There's no like step route or anything. At least one that nobody knows of.
And then we also don't want to risk any more bats. So
no more bats.
please no bats.
Okay, can you read me out this menu?
Yes. All right. So Edge, remove all equipped cat claw and the rune armlet. Kane's gonna grab the ice lance and the black belt gi. Green beret, power armlet, Cecil optimal, and headband. And remove arms.
Bibby was Ice Brand.
Sorry, Bibithy was optimal, headband, Kenpogi, and remove arms.
Oh, okay. We got it. And that should be good.
Yep, Ain Kedge, I'm sorry, Harpies, Chadley, and Bibithy. And we kind of just zip through the wall because we're ninjas and we're cool like that.
And so having Edge is really nice because he's fast.
Boy.
And like we said, he is naked running through this tower with a claw in his hand ready to fight. But that just makes it so that, I mean, you can see it in some of these things. It's going to start, having the cat claw and a fast party member is going to start making runaways much more consistent unless we just keep getting every back attack under the sun. I think this has to be a record for the most back attacks I've gotten in a run.
Somebody start a count.
It's a lot. I feel like every other encounter has been a back attack. I hate the ones that are normal encounters, but every enemy gets a turn anyways, and it's like, just call it an ambush then. Like,
I love when my ATB just sucks.
let's just call it like it is. Don't lie to me and give me hope that I can run away. It's an ambush. Egg.
Thank you, Egg.
Thank you for the egg in this trying time.
I give you an egg in this trying time.
Egg.
May I give you an egg in this trying time?
Let's go. All right, we're getting a lot of eggs. I'll take eggs.
Appropriate since it's National Egg Day.
Is it really?
Whoa, okay.
Yes, we established that during Billy Hatchard.
Perfect. Keeping the theme going.
The games committee planned it all along.
Yeah.
Like, we saw an egg. Let's put it after Billy Hatchard.
Perfection.
Now, if only they slipped in Bug's Life.
Get some bug game.
Egg.
Egg. Ooh. Okay. The game heard us say it's National Egg Day.
We're not worried about healing here because the next boss will heal us before the fight because he's a respectable guy. But we have this little scripted fight first. Language, please.
Damn, slow down. Chill.
So this is Edge's mother and father. They've been experimented on and kind of tortured by Dr. Lugay. So we are going to have mercy on them, hit defend, auto battle, and I'm going to get a drink of water. If you want to read a donation while we do this, you can.
Sure. We've got a $5 donation from Lisa Yum that says, "Hi, Zic. It's so good to see you back on stage at GDQ. You are such an amazing person, and I'm sending you all the good RNG. Let's go, Zic."
Thank you, Lisa. I love you. All right. So, yeah, this fight's kind of scripted. We just have to wait until the king and queen just kind of
Come to their senses.
and poof, there they go.
And they,
No.
no, goodbye. We mourn for another 2 seconds and we're good. And here comes the boy.
The boy, rigatoni.
Rigatoni, rubicante.
We got barbacoa and rigatoni. Okay, let's quick save. Oh my god, let's quick save.
Please, quick save.
Scared of this
Yeah,
fight.
this fight is very scary.
You can handle this fight. I'm going to focus on this.
Yeah, so Rubicante is extremely fast and very terrifying. Similar to Barbacoa, he has different phases of when he opens, and you can see his arms and his very well manicured leg, and when he's closed. And so any attack that you do on him, he will counter with Fira, but also he has this powerful attacks like Inferno, which can just basically wipe a party member. So Yeah, a little rough, but basically we're going to have Kane jump throughout the entire fight. We're going to try to get Rydia to summon Shiva as much as possible for good damage, and then really Cecil and Rose are going to be our healers for the most part, going through everything. So with the Ice Lance on Kane, we were going to be doing pretty big damage here. It's just mostly keeping our party alive and understanding, like, trying to stay within the right phases. Like I said, we're going to Shiva as much as possible, but to be really, really careful about when Rubicante goes between the phases and back. So Rydia just keeps getting bodied.
Yeah,
and it's pretty rough. Yeah, it's pretty rough. And Rubicante also just has a ton of health at the end of the day, so we're trying to like slowly but surely just kind of whittle him down in the phases whenever he is closed as such. So just a lot of just cycling through healing and then trying to at least barrage with damage as soon as we see him open to go through. So yeah, a little rough right now considering Cecil's also dead, but we can make things work here.
Actually, let me put this way up here. This is awkward.
Yeah, we've got 3 party members that are very low, and Kira really isn't a good option here because it just can't heal enough to keep us out of like a low damage set. So we're gonna try it. So he just opened up. We're gonna try to Shiva as best and quickly as he can.
I swear to God, if he infernos her again.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather her get covered from a physical attack if he does that. All right, we'll take that.
I'll take that. That's better than Rydia at the end of the day.
That was a bad jump.
Oh, no.
That was a bad jump.
If we do get a Diamond Dust out of it, we'll see try our best, and hopefully we can. Hopefully gets it off quick. That's the big question.
Let's just get everybody healed up.
Yep.
Please come down, King.
We're tip top.
Nope, I didn't think so.
Oof,
That was a
okay.
bad jump.
Yeah, we're topped off.
Fast.
Yeah, Rubicante is super fast.
450.
Yeah.
That was pretty sad damage. I'm gonna leave her up. This is gonna get weird. Remember we were like, let's count damage on this fight.
Yeah. I've got a rough idea of where we're at, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to be too confident.
Oh, I love this song. I love Battle of the Four Fiends. What a good song.
Oh.
Brought him back to die.
He gets back up. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm not worried about speed here. I'm worried about survival.
Yeah. And so also when Rubicante does have his cloak up, he will heal from any forms of magic damage. So we need to make sure that we're basically not doing anything like we said while he's covered. There we go. Sweet. And that's why we like Cecil, because Bibithy, because any character in critical status will also be covered. So we're just trying to survive here. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna cry.
Yeah, we're just trying to survive here. There we go. Anti-damage rolls are really going to help.
He has to be close.
Yeah. We're getting fairly close.
The jump might get him.
Also, hurting himself has been really helpful.
That's
Such
such
low
low
damage rolls.
All right, this is the point of the fight where I'm sending it.
Yeah.
I think well, hold up.
Okay.
I want some people alive as sheep targets.
Please have some.
Yay, that's
Okay, and we're at a very low ATB here, which kind of sucks. So we're just gonna have to cycle through everything. Oh, this is rough. Oh no,
This is very rough.
super rough. We're also running really low on Phoenix.
I
now.
know, I really have to bring back Salmon here to use life.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Is he alive? Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're doing it. Here we go.
And as soon as he opens, we're gonna.
I'm just sending it.
We have to send it.
I'm not going to get anywhere like this.
Oh, good miss. Yes,
Oh,
let's go.
God, let's go.
Oh, man. That was rough. That
Holy
was so,
crap.
I was like so tense. Oh, man.
Oh,
Okay.
that was so rough.
And that was a slightly higher damage roll, too, so that worked.
That was high.
Yeah. Oh,
That was what I was
we
hoping for.
needed that.
Oh my God.
We're gonna go back in Calpat, and you're gonna have like he's just gonna barely be dead.
He's gonna he's either gonna be barely dead or we like got him by like 1 HP.
Yeah.
Either way. Oh, that was so like I said, you're kind of really working with what you get there, and if he infernos the wrong targets, you just like he did that every time. He's like Rydia, Edge.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get damage in when your damage dealers are just getting completely rolled by this attack that one shots everybody. So you can just kind of get stuck in these loops where you're just bringing people back, they're dying, and it's not. Which
we were able to send it at the end of the day. That's the big thing.
All right, I'm gonna have to do some backup stuff here, I think, because we have no Phoenix Downs.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have to do. When we go back to Dwarven Castle, I will stop by the shop again. It's gonna be a little time loss, but we need Phoenix Downs.
Yeah, we need.
We're relying on Rosa to life right now, and
Yeah.
one wrong battle and she's dead, and
Yeah.
we're out of it. So, So we healed everybody up there. I'm just, like I said, playing it safe. Egg. And then we're just gonna start going down the tower. We tried to steal the crystals, and there was a trap door. So we failed at stealing the crystals again. So we're gonna enter this room, and I love this cutscene. They're like, "Whoa, we found an enemy ship," and Edge is like, "Let's use it to get out of here." And Rydia's like, "That's stealing." Like, okay, nerd. Like,
Okay.
now the unfortunate thing about this ship is it can't fly over lava. So we're in the underworld, but we can't fly over lava. So we're really restricted on where we can go. AKA, we can go to one place, the Dwarven Castle. So that's where we're gonna head back to. And this is where we're going to rename Edge. So, Danejerus, if you could be ready on Edge's, if you could be ready to tell me that Arby's is Edge's name.
I'm ready to tell you the name.
Let's do the cutscene first. Trying to remember, this is in the West Tower. Okay. This is like the most out of the way naming way, so I just had to remember really quickly. King Giot, I don't know why King Giot trusts us with anything. This works too.
We just keep getting the.
We just keep losing everything. He's like, have our precious heirloom, try again. It's like, why? We fail every time you give us something to do. So we're gonna head, we gotta go through this. This guy's so out of the way. Like, why are you up here? All right, what is Edge's name?
At $501, Edge is going to be named hold on, I wrote it down and I immediately forgot.
What?
It is, I have to scroll here. Ninja Chef.
Ooh. We get it. We actually got a chef in.
We got a chef. Arby's got taken down. All right, and that is our last naming incentive. So thank you so much, everybody who donated to the naming incentives. That is a lot of fun.
And we got Chadley in. Sorry, I gotta say it again.
We got Chadley.
We got Chadley in. But yeah, thanks guys. It's really great.
I don't know, 10. Actually, if we're here, I'm buying.
High potions, yeah.
Yeah, if we're here, I'm buying stuff. All right. I can't believe that Ninja Chef.
There's a lot of people in chat that are upset about this right now.
this is the greatest upset of the marathon, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right. So next up is the Sylvan Cave. Oh yeah, and Sid's not dead. He literally blew himself up, but he's somehow not dead.
Nero's back.
Nero's back. Yeah. Easy peasy. Can't die.
That was a big hole.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he survived whatever he did there.
And then he's just like, oh yeah, let me just go ahead and work on this airship. No big deal.
There's no text here, thank God. I was like, I don't want to set up the turbo stuff. I don't like using Steam's native turbo. And I didn't want to set up anything else. So I was like, I'll just mash text, and I'm already regretting it. Mashing text is bad. Use turbo in all your speedruns. I will forever be an advocate for you having turbo in long RPG speedruns.
Oh yeah. My thumb thanks me every time I turn on turbo for any game that I ever do.
Yeah. Like I said, it is nice though, like for a game, for something that makes you mash, being able to mash any button does make it a lot comfier. You can do it in whatever way makes is best for your hands rather than just having to tap one button.
Yep. So Sid takes an actual nappy nap right now. You can tell he's actually napping, but he's on top of his head. And so, yeah, it's nice. We get Sid back. So, it's crazy. Like, somebody that we thought died didn't die. Kind of crazy concept, huh?
Oh, he also attach it, or no, he makes it so we can fly over lava. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yep.
So now we can fly over lava, and so we're gonna fly up here, like Foxy said, to the Sylvan Cave. This is going to be terrifying because
Spooky.
yeah, this cave is full of Malboros and frogs. So one wrong back attack, and we're gonna be in a bad.
We're going to be sitting here for a while if something goes wrong.
Really bad place. You can get there's an encounter that's 6 frogs. You can get an ambush, and they all just say ribbit, and it just takes forever.
Wonderful.
I also had a run when I was practicing. Oh, here's the frogs. Run away. I also had an encounter, or a practice run I was doing where...
Kiss.
Yes. Where right before what I needed to do, I got a back attack with frogs, and they turned both Salmon and Bibithy into frogs, and I was like, I don't have a single person that can fix this. I think I just have to quit the game and reload it and start over. So I've learned my lesson. It's okay. Actually, I should have used a Phoenix down there, but... Oh, wait, no. The floor will take care of it. Yeah. I need him at 1 HP.
Yeah, we want everybody in 1 HP. So what we're going to be doing now is opening another monster chest to get another... excuse me, I forget the actual item. It's the Avenger. It's what it is.
Avenger.
Yeah, we're going to be getting the Avenger, which is basically the most, I would say most broken, but it's one of the most powerful swords in the game, which is really cool when we're using for Kain. So we're going to wait here and see what bad breaths come through on our characters, hopefully not on Kain. But then from there, we're going to go ahead and try and use Tataru to Titan, once we do Silver Hourglass, all of these, to Titan and get some extra, broad damage out, and then go from there. The biggest thing is that once we Hourglass the Malboros, they basically they won't do anything for the rest of the fight. Yeah, they're completely stopped, and they're never going to come out of that. So we've got time here. We do want to kill everyone after the end of the fight, but that's not a huge deal.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bad breath gave Rosa confusion, and she took out Tataru, so I need to do a little work here to get her back because she needs to summon Titan twice here. Jump on the back one. Okay, we're finally in a good position.
We're back where we need to be.
Yes.
A little bit of a hiccup, but not the worst hiccup. Yeah.
I'm going to wait for this Titan.
Probably kill 2 of the Malboros, and then once as you keep seeing us doing, are all of our other party members dead for these, so
then Tataru, I don't think this will work the way I want it to, actually. We'll then cast Fire All, and this should kill everybody, because except... Oh, hello.
still alive.
This has been a masterclass of what can go wrong, will go wrong.
Welcome to Marathon Luck. Let's go.
Okay. And then that will take everyone out, and then Chadley will be on his own, and he will reap all the benefits from this fight on his own and become level 30, and then we'll get the Avenger.
Perfect.
And so that is the name of the game now, is that Chadley is about to become humongous.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave everybody dead for a while, and Chadley's going to reap all the benefits and start becoming massive. So let's do that. Let's give him the Avenger, and let's get into the cave.
Let's go.
Oh, the cave. Oh, I bomb ringed the door. Get bomb ringed.
The worst part. But yeah, so now I mentioned this earlier, but basically we're just going to go on a little bit of a grinding spree with Chadley throughout the rest of the cave. We're going to do one quick save before the first door because there's a possibility of getting wiped if we don't do enough damage. But, oh no.
That's
a little rough. Yeah.
So because of continue auto battle,
and a preemptive strike.
It's like this combination of auto battle with preemptive strike with Berserk. The game will actually input the Berserk's attack before I have control. So if you get a preemptive strike, you can't run away right away. He will do an attack first. I have no control over that. But yeah, so we are like just high enough to kill this trapdoor. So there's a chance we could like low roll on all 3 hits and not kill it in time. But it looks like we're okay. Yes, nice.
All right, and now we have no.
Now
Now we're fine.
We could technically still die if we're like unbelievably unlucky, so we'll probably die
No problem.
because
Just preparing
that's how this
mentally.
run's been.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's a 1900. But yeah, these doors will always use search, and then their next turn they'll use Ninth Dimension, which is a move that one-shots whoever.
Yeah, it voids you out basically. Yeah.
So we only have one party member, so we will game over if it makes it to its Ninth Dimension turn.
Yeah.
But luckily, because of our strength in Berserk, we can just kind of start blasting through.
Yeah.
So, other than detouring at one point to grab a item called the Black Cowl,
Yep.
this is all it is for a little bit, is auto-battling some doors to power level Chadley. So, Dangerous, if you got some donations, we're going to be looking at doors for a while.
Oh, I've got plenty. We got a $10 donation from Egg that says, "Thanks for noticing me, smile."
These are all the best eggs out there.
Zero Musins and $50 that says, "Was putting off getting the Pixel Remaster for my favorite Final Fantasy, but seeing it being demolished by Zic has convinced me to get it now. Can't wait to see how you will defeat me." Wait, what? Full Metal Dragon 42 sends in $250. It says, "My two Final Fantasy VII corgis, Sid and Red 13, say bark bark. This translates to, yes, Chef Ninja Sir." Good luck on the rest of the run.
That's really funny because when I was a young lad playing Final Fantasy VII, I always called him Red 8 because I always thought it was 8, and then like I grew up, I was like, oh my god, that's a 13.
That was me misreading the Roman numerals is all.
It's tough.
$50 comes in from Zero Jedi that says, "Thank you to everyone involved for supporting a charity whose mission feels so urgent right now. This Final Fantasy IV run has been amazing so far." I agree. And we got $5 coming in from Donating Way that says, "All aboard the $5 Donating Way train."
I like the idea of a donating way train. Let's get that going.
Somebody else also believes in a Donating Way train. $50 came in from Sporadic Erratic that says, "Gotta get one more dono in during the remaster of one of my favorite games of all time. This was the first game that made me cry. They did such a wonderful job with these remasters. I could listen to that start screen music forever. Hey chat, what's your favorite Final Fantasy?" So let's get a $5 donation train where you tell us your favorite Final Fantasy.
Ooh, I like this.
Spicy.
Do we got time for more?
Yeah, let's go for one more.
Yeah, $50 comes in from Big Chungus. They said, "Final Fantasy is my favorite series of all time. Always love seeing an FF speedrun, and especially love the Pixel Remaster editions. Thanks to everyone for all your hard work with these awesome GDQ events."
Yeah.
What's your favorite Final Fantasy, Foxy?
Take a good guess.
Is it Final Fantasy 2?
Yes. Best Final Fantasy. I love being RNG killed on every single enemy fight at the end of the game. It's absolutely wonderful.
My favorite Final Fantasy is A Bug's Life.
It's a Bug's Life.
Bug's Life for AGDQ 2024.
Believe. Green, green, green.
All right, so we got some more. So yeah, like I said, I told you, there's a lot of doors.
Yeah.
But it's getting us so much experience here on Chadley.
Yeah.
We want him to be somewhere around level 47 coming out of this dungeon because, spoiler alert, he's about to leave us again. So let's get him leveled up while we can.
Yeah.
There's one more door, and then we'll move on to the boss fight, which I will let you just imagine what you think the strategy for that boss fight is going to be.
Yeah. Really complex.
This is it's almost a nice part of the run, though. It's like, this is the part of the run you don't have to think.
Real quick, though, so Zic and I noticed this. If you look in the hole where the crystals look, if anybody's ever beaten Final Fantasy IX, what does that hole look like to you if you just imagined a part of the game where a crystal is? So that was just like we conferred and lost our minds, basically.
4 and 9 are connected. We have another 7, 10 on our hand.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Speaking of something from 7. Oh,
Gonna get a drink. So actually, you can die here. It's actually doing a good job of it. If it hits you with like really high numbers, Chadley can die here.
but at least we have autosaves.
We do have the autosave if it happens, but
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting lower numbers. That's good. A critical hit from Chadley would also be nice, but
we can't always get what you want, I guess.
yeah.
Game's gonna make you a little scared.
I'm not going to complain after getting that win on... Okay, this is terrifying.
Please.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, this is smooth, I would say.
That is interesting. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, that's gonna go back on.
Yeah. And you have to turn on continue auto battle anytime something like this happens.
Is my one death in the run gonna be Demon Wall?
Demon Wall.
The run where you put the boss fight where you put down the controller?
And let's hope for better damage rolls.
That very rarely happens.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
It just it was hitting like 350s for like turn after turn here at the start, which was really rough.
Yeah. Get a little stretch.
Get a little stretch, you know? Hydrate.
Do we got time for some donations?
Sure, go
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a $50 donation here from Shagamir that says, very fond memories of playing Final Fantasy IV with my brother while we were kids. He sadly passed away last summer, so I'm donating in memory of him and the good times we had video gaming. Lally ho, chef. Well, Shagamir, thank you very much for your donation, and we're very sorry for your loss. Thank you very much.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna die again. I was like, I've never seen this.
oh, man, terrifying. Level 47 though on Chadley, so we're right in the slot.
Right in the slot. We're gonna play this safe. Nope. Okay. My main thing of bringing back Ninja Chef there is that preemptive thing I talked about. If that happens, we have people that aren't berserked that can get us out of here.
Yeah, Ninja Chef just has insane agility stats. So, and at this point, Chadley also is just so high level compared to everything else that he's going to be moving super fast as well. So we're kind of just doubled up at this point. But we can't teleport out of this dungeon like we have other ones. So we just kind of have to take our time going back through the motions.
Yeah, unfortunately, because some of the dungeons have like story triggers at the end of them, they don't let you use like emergency exit or teleport.
Yep.
So we do have to run all the way back out, unfortunately. Teleporting out here would be so cool. That's a horrible encounter if you get back attacked. That's 6 blood feasts you have to watch.
My favorite.
An interesting thing that I know a community member, Captain of the Dorks, has been kind of theorizing is like saving one of these doors for the back trip because it kind of resets your encounter rate. So instead of getting a counter, you just take a second door and then move on. But I'm being lazy and I just want to watch auto battle go burr. Okay, so then we head on out of.
Here we go.
3. They might get another. No, we're pretty fast. Yeah.
Okay.
That at the beginning of the game, we probably would have got another one. But
Yeah.
we're fast now.
We're zooming.
So yeah, like we said, Chadley's about to leave the party again, and then we're gonna.
I wonder why.
Shocker.
Shocker.
And then we're gonna have a small little. We're gonna have a few little cutscenes here. So, Dangerous, you will have some time to read some donations. So if you have 1 or 2 right now.
Sure. We got a couple good ones here. We got $5 from Brian that says, here's my ticket for the train. Oh no, the ticket has turned into a monster. Hurry, donate before it passes 9th dimension. We also got $75 from MJ that says, donating to make Red 8 a thing. Good luck on the rest of the
Red 8.
Red 8. Let's go.
You want a few more?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, we got $5 from Nordic the Wolf that says, unpopular opinion, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is the best Final Fantasy.
Ooh, spicy take. We like spicy here.
That is a spicy take.
It's a spicy take. We got $25 from Sushi Elemental that says, get these runners some Arby's stats.
I am kind of hungry. It's right around lunchtime.
I don't know if I want to argue. So, here we go. Hey, King Gion, guess what?
We messed up again.
He's like, all right, well, you could try again, right?
Like, 3rd time's the charm, right?
Anybody would be better than us at this point. And Sid's going to... So Sid plugged up the only way out of the underworld, so we need to get back. So, he is going to attach a big drill to the front of the ship, and we are going to go full Gurren Lagann and drill to the heavens with our drill on the front of our ship. And then we're going to trade in the ship immediately.
Big honking drill.
Oh, there's no text here. I always mash this, and then like 30 seconds in, I'm like, there's no text here. Which is kind of a cool thing of Final Fantasy IV, like that they use like the sprite twirlings and animations. Like this is a whole scene with no text whatsoever, and you can get what's going on just from the way they like really tried to animate the sprites and, you know, bring character to these characters without even needing to say a word.
That just really, Ninja Chef really just likes getting knocked out.
Yeah, he does. And Nero just likes knocking people out.
Yep.
And now Nero has yet again overworked himself. He needs to stay hydrated. Down he goes.
Down he goes. Little nappy poo.
He just 224.
Quit peeking. Quit peeking.
I actually don't know how good or bad that is, but all right.
We're good. No worries.
So let's.
Only W's from here.
Yes, I agree. So like I said, we are going to bail out of the underworld using our new drill ship. Look at that drill.
Big honkin' drill. I just want to know how we're on an airship and we're gonna drill up.
Just
just
like
straight-
everybody's just like holding on for dear life.
Hold
as
on
this
to your
thing's going
butts.
vertical.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head back to Mysidia, where we
For one of the more big themes in a lot of Final Fantasy.
yes. So let's go back to Mysidia, and remember, I asked you if you remember the prophecy because it's going to be on a test. So let's begin reciting the prophecy. Let's see if I remember this with you. All right. According to all laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should. I think I have this one wrong.
Maybe a little bit. There's no way a bee can fly. I don't even know it myself. Sorry. We tried our best in the 2P movie, but...
But yeah, so we are going to, they're going to read us the prophecy again, and then we're going to get a new ship. So we need a new ship. We need to get to the moon because that is where the thing is. So if everybody could go to FinalFantasy14.com/mogstation and spend $30 on an 8-person mount, it might be able to go to the moon. And that is the lunar whale. So they're going to pray that Yoshi P gives them a free lunar whale. And it will come out of the sea for us.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If we pray hard enough.
I like that they're like, let's pray for it. And Cecil's like, I ain't doing that.
It's just... What is going on here? Oh. Yoshi P
There it
has
is.
blessed us.
We didn't even have to spend
with
$30.
$30.
I do want the mount. It's pretty cool. It's just...
So now we have this
$30.
mount, we can donate $30 each of us, right? To the,
yes, good point. You can
the
use that $30 to donate.
Yeah, do a $30 donation train, easy.
Oh, I love the Lunar Whale theme. I can't stress enough how much I love the redone soundtracks in the Pixel Remaster. They're very good. We're gonna be coming up on one of my favorites of the redone. There's a song called "Within the Giant." It's really well redone. But let's get in our new ship and let's go to the moon.
To the moon.
Zoom.
Zoop. And we don't need like mass or anything. The moon has air, right?
I don't know how that works. I'm not a moon expert.
Yeah, me either.
So we're gonna go. So here's a fun tip if you never knew. This staircase, you can land on it.
It's the only staircase in the game.
I don't know why, but you can land on that staircase. All right, so I actually want to do something here really quickly. Make sure, yep, and then we're gonna switch rows here. This is solely so that, because as we said, Ninja Chef is one of our main sources of running away right now because of his agility.
Yep.
So I want to put him in the back row so that he takes less physical damage from these hits and is more likely to survive. Because we are severely underleveled.
Oh yeah, we are fingers crossed, toes crossed, arms crossed, and legs crossed, hoping that we don't get annihilated here.
We put everything into a guy that betrayed us and left the party, so we are pretty pathetic.
Would you say we put all of our eggs in one basket?
Oh,
In one
I didn't even
Chadley?
plan that one. All of your eggs in one Chadley.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything here will pretty much one-shot us if we're in the front row.
Yeah.
But we're going to get a friend right now.
Welcome.
We came to the moon to get an old man. and there was surprisingly one here.
We have bigger beard Tella, basically.
I'd love Fusoya's death spray. He becomes a mop. All right, so yeah, we're going to recruit. He's going to join our party. I'm going to make a quick detour on the way back to the ship. I just do like to do the detour after you get Fusoya because we have an extra party member, so you're more likely to survive stuff.
Yeah.
But we need to pick up a lunar curtain for an upcoming fight. The lunar curtain is an item that gives you increased evasiveness, and it gives you reflect.
Yeah.
So that will help a ton for an upcoming fight. But we're gonna just take a little walk back. So we can probably do a donation or two while I make this dangerous walk.
Oh, yeah. We've got a bunch of favorite Final Fantasy donations in here.
Perfect. I like to hear these.
$15 comes in from our favorite donor, Anonymous. They said $15 because my favorite Final Fantasy is 15. I've discovered a new recipe. Yes, chef. Tenelin sends in $5 and says, I have played all the Final Fantasy games since the old NES days. My favorite has to be 6, but 5 has always had a place in my heart. Thanks for this run blowing my mind. Zic, you are rocking this run.
5 is a very, I will back up 5. 5 is very underrated, I feel like.
$50 comes in from Rem. They said, Final Fantasy IX will forever hold a special place in my heart. It's one of the first games I ever played where I saw my dad playing it and wanted to play too. Both my parents sat in and watched me kill the final boss. The story is the kind of epic fantasy that I love in my Final Fantasy.
Exactly. Alrighty, so back in the Lunar Whale, going back to the front. It's Earth, back to Earth. And we have another kind of war battle going on.
Yes, so now we brought Fusoya back to try and stop the giant from Babel being summoned, and as we get back, the giant Babel gets summoned. It's the end of times.
It was the best of times, it was the end of times.
Yeah, it's the end of times. This robot's gonna come out and just start lasering an empty field.
Start blasting, yeah.
The world is ending because of this empty field. Okay.
Thank goodness nobody lives on that field.
I know, right?
You're real sad.
He's like, it's like Diamond Weapon from FF7. He's just like slowly making his way, except he's just like slowly making his way to the ocean.
Yeah.
I always love that with like FF7 speedruns where they just have that moment where they're just standing on the beach.
Like, come on, bud.
Come on, bud.
A little faster.
We got places to be. But yeah, so we're going to be getting into, we're honestly in the home stretch now. I don't like to say that until the 4 fiends are dead, but we are coming into the last 3 boss fights of the run. And they are some of the hardest boss fights of the run. So we've been preparing for a lot of these fights from the beginning of the run by picking up the elixirs, the dry ethers. We've got a whole arsenal of really, really good items, and now's when they're going to come into play.
Yep. And if you might have noticed, our friend Osha isn't dead either.
He's back.
He's back. How? We don't know, but
we didn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't do that. He's been hanging out with some fairies in the meantime, so you can actually go and find him in the. There's a side quest for that, right?
In the Sylph Cave, you're supposed to go to his wife in Fabul, and she gives you a pan, and you're supposed to hit him over the head with a pan, and that wakes him back up. He still doesn't join your party, but you're supposed to just go find him, and his wife's like, hit him with a pan.
Hit him with a pan. Get this man back home.
All right. So Fusoya joins our party at level 50 with 190 MP, which is just, and he knows every spell in the game. So he is going to carry us through the giant. Also, this is the song within the giant. It is beautiful, and I'm also going to want you to read me this menu, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Cooking up some speed runs here.
Let the man cook. All
What do we
right.
got?
So Rydia, optimize and remove body. Edge will be optimized. Cecil, optimized with Ice Brand and Light Shield. Fusoya is Flame Rod, Rune Armlet, and then swap Rose.
Oh wait, the rose were already swapped. Yes.
Yes.
And then we're going to do that, and I'm just hopefully this is the only time I have to heal.
Fingers crossed. All right, so we do a little run through the Giant of Babel. This is a good place to do the menus early so that as soon as, if we ever somehow do wipe later and we don't have to redo them at any point, so.
Yeah, because the game autosaves when you enter every room, it is nice to do your menus before you enter a room, so if something happens, yeah, the autosave, you won't have to redo your menu.
Yep. And thankfully, Fusoya, like we mentioned, is level 50 and an absolute tank, so really going to be using him for a lot of our damage output at this point until we get our boy Chapley back.
Oh, please. There we go. All right, let's keep moving. This is another area that, like, can be very confusing at first. There's just lots of different paths, lots of zigzags. But yeah, we'll hear this song again as we descend to the final boss, but...
Yep. And we have our last menu coming up too, our last major menu at least, where we'll be buying a ton of items that we're going to be using on the 4 Fiends fight, as well as just kind of burning out the rest of our Phoenix Downs and high potions. So
yeah, at this point, money doesn't matter, so I'm going to spend every dollar we have now. I would donate it to charity if we could, but I do not think MSF accepts Gil as a currency.
Sad.
Can I get one? Okay, I'll take that one. I guess. If that's the best we'll get, I'll take it. So this lad, we need to buy...
17 Rage of the Gods?
Yeah, some amount of those. And then some of those.
Some of those.
It's satisfying to just buy just as many as you can grab.
Yeah. Feels real nice. All right.
Why wouldn't we get one more ambush before the fight, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going, guys.
Come on.
Can I go? Please. God.
Oh, no. Oh, this is... Fusoya, please. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're at a quick save here. Thankfully, we have one of the toughest fights in the game. It's going to be the 4 Fiends. And so I'm going to let Zic just kind of roll with this and just kind of commentate as best I can here. Rubicante Rigatoni is a good little bro here again. So he's going to heal us because he's a dude. And then we're gonna roll. So we're gonna fight all 4 of the 4 Fiends in a row. The battle will not end or change. And also, so it's just listed as one Elemental Lord. So we start with Scarlet Miglione, who again is undead. So Edge is gonna use an elixir for max damage. Then we're gonna Hermes shoes Fusoya to make sure that he's just running as quick as possible. We're going to use the lunar curtain on Cecil, which now anytime that he covers, he's basically going to be not ever going to get hit. So we're just really hoping that Cecil doesn't die at any point to reuse that to like lose that lunar curtain basically. And then Rosa is also going to use an elixir, and then once we revive Rydia, we're just going to use her to potion because the Elemental Lord only has so much HP. So next up for Cagnaza, we're gonna use the Rage of the, we're gonna start getting into like using the Rage of the Gods just as free damage output. So we're gonna Thundaga once and then use 3 Rage of the Gods and try and set up for Barbarecia. So, and then we're just gonna, I'll try and go as best we can so I'm not just like rattling all this off. Tidal Wave's totally fine.
So first, I mean, we've lost a lot of party members here, which kind of sucks, but we get a lot of time to reset.
Yes, so.
In the next fight.
Yeah, you can see how that Lunar Curtain is just absolutely, like, churning out covers for us. So now we're at Barbarecia, and so it's very similar to earlier Barbarecia fight, except the main difference is that instead of casting Tornado, she's going to cast Maelstrom. And so Maelstrom, all it does is basically, instead of a singular tornado, it's a entire party. And so the biggest thing here is trying to make sure that we get 2 holies off with Fusoya so that we basically hit that near damage cap, and then basically try to set up to lead into the Rubicante fight so we can take him down, the Rubicante portion of the fight, so we can take him down as quickly as possible. So we're just going to try and heal up all of our party members, and then slowly but surely kind of work our way up to where Fusoya and Bibithi are going through and are nearly full health, and that when we kill Barbarecia, we can lead into an instant Blizzaga and just kind of chain into a nice, easy kill with Rubicante. It's still a little bit of a clinch because it's relative, it's really close with how tight it gets with how much damage can be done with Rubicante, but Fusoya is just beefy enough to do it. So we also have to make sure also that Fusoya, we're going to use an elixir on him to make sure that he has basically full MP leading into the Rubicante portion of the fight. So now we're actually getting into the portion of just trying to heal up with Bibithi and Fusoya so that they're full and going into the last portion of the fight. And because Rage of the Gods is an item, it's an instant hit. And so that should kill with this. We'll go Rubicante. We've queued with an Arctic Wind and with Blizzaga. And so now we're going to heal up finally with Fusoya. Wait for a fear to get some damage. Throw out a... Okay, try to get an escape buffer. And now we're going to elixir.
Send it.
And send.
This should be good. That was low damage. This should be
Yeah.
perfect. It's fine.
Fine.
This should kill.
Hey,
Let's go.
clean fight. Clean
Let's
fight.
go.
Let's go. That was super clean. Okay, perfect. Oh, and that is, yeah, that's like basically the last real big, well, not real big, considering Zeromus.
Don't say that.
Yeah, but that's the, I guess the final portion of like we can really cruise into the end and then prep ourselves for the last little bits.
That ether for soya. Bring baby salmon back. We're gonna heal everyone to full, and we're gonna put the rose back to normal. And we are good for the CPU.
Yep. CPU fight's actually really cool if you haven't seen it before, but it's a very interesting, just kind of like cycling fight that as you see, we've been doing at the rest, but it's very, I guess, specific, but we actually get to cast Meteor and not die.
And not die.
And not die, so it's very convenient. So yeah. So we're going to kill off the defense node first because all it will do is heal the CPU itself. And then once we do that, we're going to try and set up damage where Rosa is going to use a specific, I forget what the weapon is. The weapon itself,
Kinesis staff.
the Kinesis Staff casts Dispel, basically. So we're going to basically create a cycle of the node is going to reflect the CPU. We're going to dispel that with a Kinesis Staff, and then go through our cycles of damage with the with all of this. So yeah, that's pretty simple fight, but
the nice thing about we unequip all from Rosa there to make her agility a little. She basically matches Fusoya now.
Yeah.
So that we can use the auto battle to dispel flare, and it makes things a lot nicer. Also, we should be watching these damage rolls.
yeah, you got like a 5.4 to 5.6 to 5.8 and another 5K.
All right. Well, I'd like to see like a 6 or a 7 here. So the CPU has 30,000 health. So we do want to have these 3 flares plus Cecil's attack. That's low.
Yeah, these are really low. Yeah, it's scarily low.
I'm gonna get a little weird here.
Yeah.
But we want to kill the nodes at the same time.
Yeah.
Or else if we kill if we don't kill the CPU, it'll start just completely obliterating the whole party. What do I want to do here?
Throw an ether.
I think I want to... I actually think we're going to defend. We're going to Kira. And we're just going to take a couple turns to just chip a little damage. I was thinking of ethering and doing another Dispel Flare, but I think this is the better option.
Yeah.
So what was that? 2... I might start to cast on the next turn.
Yeah. That's the worst part here is that you can die just from bad damage rolls, so kind of the worst part of it. But yeah, hopefully that should give us another couple thousand damage to go through.
Does she feel? Ooh, wait. This is actually really bad.
Ooh,
All right, we got. She's going to do that. He's going to do that again. Is he alive here? Yes. Oh,
one last smack in, and then
now we should.
yeah,
Reflect doesn't matter.
because meteors. Yeah.
Meteor can't be reflected.
Oh.
That didn't even do max.
Wow, that didn't
Ooh.
matter. Wow, that was some bad luck with that damage.
I didn't even know Meteor couldn't max damage there.
Well, that's. I didn't either, but I don't run this game. So.
Okay, well that was interesting.
We're learning new
we
things.
made it
all
through.
the- Yeah, we made it. So that's now we're kind of cruising.
So yeah, now I will say we're in the home stretch. We're going to make our way to the final boss of the game. We're just going to have a decent amount of cutscene here and then a long walk to the final boss. So while we watch a few cutscenes here, Dangerous, do you have a few donations for us?
Oh, I've got plenty. We got a $10 donation from Torchwick0 that says, nice run so far, Zic. Have to say, though, this Golbez has nothing on my 3 signed Golbezes. Golbai? Golbodies? Well, you know what I mean. Best of luck and have fun.
Golberinos.
_fishy sends in $10 with the comment, Final Fantasy X2 isn't my favorite, but it holds a soft, cheesy spot in my heart. And anyone who disagrees should donate and tell me why I'm wrong.
Ooh, there you go.
Good idea.
Get them riled up.
We also got a $5 donation from Failed Uplink that says, another ticket to the $5 train. The best Final Fantasy is clearly Dirge of Cerberus.
These are some good takes.
These are some great takes. I'm loving this.
Dirge of Cerberus remake win.
Oh, please.
Oh, God.
That's something else. Oh, Chadley's back. Hey, I'm free from his
Chadley's
spell. Yeah. So he's just kind of chilling on the back, like, waiting for his time.
So, like, so a long time ago, he was doing a Nuzlocke run of a game, and he was naming every single Pokemon that he had, like, something Ley. So he had a Zic3 and whatnot, and one of them was a Chadley. And this was before FF7 Remake came out.
Yeah.
So that's when, like, we...
Well, I named the character Chadley, and then everything kind of followed after that. That was about a solid month before FF7 Remake came out, so I have a nice little clip of myself losing my entire brain over Chadley being a character in that.
So yeah, when we found out that Chadley was actually a character in FF7 Remake, we like lost our minds. Now we just name
every protagonist
everybody Chadley
in a speedrun. Yeah, it's a very personal thing, but it's absolutely. I really hope Chadley's in the next game too. Like that would just make
they can't just get rid of him now.
No, they can't.
He's here for good.
He's too important. All right, so we're chilling in the Lunar Whale, and we learned that Fusoya is going to go with Golbez, who has now had his mind broken from some other Lunarian Zemus from his control, and Golbez is Bibithi's brother. Spoilers, I guess. I just said it. I don't know, but it's just more of like, oh yeah, that's your brother. Like what? Okay. Sort of a, I am your father moment. So.
But yeah, so we are now going to go back to the moon.
To the moon.
And we're going to go right back to the Crystal Palace where we were. Well, there's going to be this small section because we kicked Rosa and we kicked Salmon and Rydia off of the Lunar Whale because they're like, you shouldn't come along, you're going to die. And then they come along anyways.
Yep.
Which technically we need them, but we don't really need them.
Yeah, as long as anybody else that kind of goes sort of fast would work.
We don't need anybody except Chadley.
Yeah, Chadley literally carries everything at this point.
So we get out of the ship, even though I really don't want us to, because we're nowhere near our destination. Why would you get out of the ship? Let's land on the stairs again.
And we make our way back.
I'm going to do a little work here. Okay. Just wait. We have a little more here actually. Remove all. We're gonna be doing no fighting. That menu, we just have a whole party of naked people running through the moon. We're just looking to run away. That's the whole goal here until we get to the bottom of the moon. I'm gonna hope that I don't have to heal until the bottom.
Big hopes that we don't have to heal, but yeah, we're in the final stretch now, so we're just going back through the same way that we came, and then as we mentioned before, Chadley's going to be our speed demon as well as Ninja Chef, so kind of just strolling through the ways. So if you have some more donations.
Oh, I have a lot. We have a $10 donation from Tundra Wolf that says, buying 2 tickets for the train. Final Fantasy Tactics is my favorite in the series, but if I had to choose from the main series, Final Fantasy VI is the best one to me. Speaking of, can we suplex this donation train? Asking for a friend. We also have a, we have a $30 donation from Xander Robotnik that says, there's a Mario Maker Versus Showcase incentive to meet. This I gotta see. Good luck to all the runners finishing SGDQ strong. Yes, and we do still have some donation incentives open. We are at 11,000 out of 30,000 for the Super Mario Brothers upgrade to one-handed warpless. So if you want to see that upgrade, be sure to get your donations in and put them toward the upgrade to one-handed warpless. We only need about $28,000, a little over $28,000 left for that. So, $18,000 left for that. So get your donations in.
Nice back attack. Let's go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
All right.
oh.
Remember when I didn't want to heal?
The game says yes, you must.
Remember
heal.
when I didn't want to heal? And now we're going to heal again? Whatever.
Somehow Ninja Step survived. Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving down the moon here. There's only one item we're going to pick up along the way. It's what I like to call the pocket elixir. We don't need it, but if I mess up on the final boss strat, it is our one out. So I'm going to pick it up for safety. I technically learned you don't need it, but I'm not doing that. I learned you can do an extremely annoyingly difficult thing where you can get yourself back to full with high potions, but it was horrendous.
Yeah.
Oh, little murderer. Good to see you. He's vulnerable to lightning.
We definitely believe that too.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
Well, he's a little scammer.
Okay. Another little area where, like, if you don't know where you're going, you can kind of just get a little
Get
confused.
very lost.
So, I kind of want to just start preemptively talking about a few things. So we're going to be fighting Zeromus. Now, Zeromus, we'll get into this. Foxy will tell you about the fight when we're actually doing the fight.
Yep.
I just want to talk about the pre part of the fight where Zeromus is really fast. He's stupid fast. He's unfair. That's why we've been gathering spider silks. So the spider silk will cast slow on an enemy, and those can stack. So we have 3 of them. Now, to put in perspective what the patch did to this game, we will be stacking 3 casts of slow on Zeromus, and he will still be faster than he was before the patch.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's literally nuts.
So when you use something like the Spider Silk on Zeromus, he will counter with the move Flare. So we will, excluding Chadley, because Chadley's got his own job to do,
Yep.
we have 4 party members to throw Spider Silks. So we need to get all 3 off. But if he Flare counters in the wrong way, there is a world where we only can get 2 off. If that happens, I'm going to have to do a backup strat with run buffering to weave an extra Spider Silk in between the phases of Zeromus. So we're really looking for 3 Spider Silks to go off at the start of the fight, and then we'll get into the fight when we get there. I just want to start getting that out of the way because I'm probably going to, do goodbyes and shout-outs, all that, during the Power Friendship scene because I am going over estimate, and I apologize so much.
I just thought this behemoth looks like an angry rat.
A little rat.
Yeah, he's just got like rat teeth. Yeah, the one problem with this Zeromus fight is that basically it's you have to watch like a 5-minute cutscene at the start of it. There is no other alternative because the power of friendship means everything, right? But yeah, it's really rough to go through, and there is no autosave after it, so it's the biggest portion.
I'm also going to be coming up with the cane menu here. If you want to I know it, but if you just want to double check me.
Yep. Edge is unequip, equip the black cowl, and then cane is remove all, equip black cowl.
Not that one. The next one.
Oh, the next one.
I did that one.
Yeah. That's all right.
No, you're fine.
Store your items. Kane is going to get the Avenger, Power Armlet, Black Belt Gi, and Black Cowl.
Every piece of equipment here is very important because we are getting Chadley's agility to a sweet spot where we can start
You can basically cycle.
So Avenger, Power Armlet, Black Belt Gi, Black Cowl,
Yep.
and I like to sort my items, and we're
Good.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's time.
Yes. Oh god. So we do have a little. Golbez and Fusoya are going to try their best to take out Zemus here.
Yep.
Golbez will be doing the heavy lifting, and Fusoya is going to cast a bunch of spells that don't do anything.
Yep.
You're trying your best, man, but like.
But really, what takes the cake here?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Because remember, T'Pala spent so long trying to learn the greatest spell in the world that no one else knows but Meteor. He's doing damage. Let's go. He's done using hold and slow. So both of these guys know Meteor, and we're gonna cast
Double Meteor.
and it does no more damage than regular Meteor.
Absolutely nuts.
All right, he's dead.
All right, yeah, that's the game. No, we're kidding. We're not.
We're underestimating it.
Okay. So they killed Zemus, and then, Ninja Chef is super happy. We get lots of victory music. Yay, yay, yay. But, oh no, something might go wrong like it always does.
All right, so I will not be speaking during the Zeromus fight because I need to focus on it. So I'm going to get everything out of the way now, so when he's dead, we can just move on.
Yep.
So I just want to give a shout out to foxyjira for doing my commentary. Please go follow foxyjira. He is amazing. He did a wonderful job here helping me out with this. I want to give a shout out to the whole Final Fantasy community for just being such a wonderful, accepting place for, all sorts of runners. If, you're a fan of these games, you've always thought of running it. The community is so welcoming and accepting of everybody and willing to help you out. And it's really, Final Fantasy is a series that's been with me since I was a child, and it means so much to me. And I'm so happy I get to share a little bit of it with everybody tonight. Tonight, it's like 12 o'clock.
It's dark in here. Might as well be, yeah.
But yeah, so it really means a lot to me to get to do a Final Fantasy speedrun here. And yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to say anything else other than thank you for having me here.
We're happy to have you too, bud.
All right.
Oh yeah, and Palam and Porum are back.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody dies. Nobody in the party actually dies here. It's pretty. I guess that's very. Not an antithesis, but or not, what's the word we're looking for? Anticlimactic, but all of our friends are together and alive, except the ones that aren't main characters,
All right, well, time to test your knowledge of the fight.
Let's go, baby. See you on the other side, buddy. All right, so basically, what's happening now is that our friends are sending us their power, and so it's going to get everybody back to life, et cetera, and fully heal us for the rest of it. So, like Zic said, he's going to be trying to throw 3 spider silks at the start of the fight to make sure that Kain at least can be just in the right amount of agility and speed. Right in the slot. Just past the click to make sure that we can cycle jumps to basically command the fight more or less. So as the fight starts, all Zeromus does while in blue spaghetti form is use time distortions, which makes you not able to cast spells, and then with Bibili, we're going to be using the crystal to turn him into his true form. We get 1 spider silk off, so we're going to buffer the next one. That's not great, but we still have 3 characters to use. So we're going to do 1 more, and then hopefully... Okay, perfect. That's great.
Get a third in.
Get a third in. There we go. So we're on good course. And so basically now, Zeromus is going to be set in 2 cycles of. There we go. Nice.
Thank God.
Yeah. So we get the flare, and so now we're basically just we're not in the clear, but this has very interesting timing at the end of the day of things that we are going to be doing. So right now we're in the first phase, which is the bio phase. So anytime that we get a shake, basically we're going to jump with Kain. Wait for another, do 2 jumps, and then wait for, basically anytime they shake, right immediately after the shake, we're just going to give it just a slight hesitation and then use jump again, because it's actually going to be able to allow us to skip the bio. And so we're just going to keep looping through this up until the point of where we go into the flare phase. And so basically we just, like I said, repeat this until we see flare, and we'll skip that as well. And so anytime, and then basically that, I'll get into that phase when we get there, so we can just kind of take our time with this and make sure we're kind of cruising in the correct way. So black hole does nothing, and just waiting for that shake, like we said. So it's the perfect cue. So slight delay, use the jump, big bang, bio, perfect, and just repeat this loop. Very tense, but Zic's got this. Oh, perfect.
So that's our second jump, so we'll be on the bio phase now.
Okay.
The song is such a bop. Okay. Should be good.
Bio skip. Perfect.
One. This is 2. Now we're on the bio. We
Perfect.
should be moving on here soon.
Yeah, we should be in flare phase pretty soon.
He didn't heal though, right?
No, he hasn't healed yet. Yeah.
He should be there any hit now.
I think we've been low rolling a little bit.
That would be the theme for this run, right?
Yeah. Low rolls.
This is bio phase. Oh, okay.
Okay, so now we got the heal. So now we're moving into the flare phase. And so basically, anytime we're just gonna auto battle with jump, and then once we see a flare, we're gonna, similar to bio, wait until he starts to shake and then jump. So that we're just again following that cycle. So yeah, we got a flare. So he's gonna pause and hold his ATB up until we actually get a shake, auto battle into it, and continue. So we're just keeping that loop going. And then last but not least will be the meteor phase, which is very, very similar to the bio phase, the flare phase at the end of the day. We can get hit by, we will get hit by the third meteor, but if our damage rolls are well enough, we won't have to worry about it. So now we're gonna pause. Got our shake, and we jump.
We're at the point of no return. You cannot recover the elixir helps for the first phase. You cannot recover the fight from here on out. So this is the point of no return. Actually, I wonder if you could fix things in the meteor phase. I'm not going to try that.
Yeah,
I'm actually starting to think you could fix your meteor phase if you really wanted to.
So going on flare. But yeah, it's a very long fight considering we're just relying on Kane, relying on Chadley for our jumps. 4K, that's a good damage roll.
Yeah.
That might be the first 4K I've seen.
I know, it's really...
It's really
Well,
ooh, 5K, here we go, here we go, here we go.
All right, we should be going into meteor soon.
Very soon.
And the meteor phase is very fast.
Yep.
Here it is. All right.
Yeah, so we get
phase 3.
Yep, phase 3. Finally get hit by the first meteor. Whoa, we're so close. And time is going to be on final hit whenever Zormus dies.
There will be a flash.
Flash, yeah.
Okay. So this is the meteor we're going to get hit by. Okay, we're going to hesitate a bit here.
Yep.
Should be good. Yes.
Nice. And there is a trick with basically where your ATB is at with how you want to jump and everything. It's a little bit basically if you're at early ATB, you're good.
Time.
That's time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
Come on. Way to go.
All right.
Man. Whew. Tense. I just didn't want to talk at that point because
I
that
know.
was like there's so much going on here that it's just like just focus.
Oh,
All right.
man. All right. Well, I have already used up more of the time than I was given. So thank you all for having me. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Danejerus, for being an amazing host. And yeah, goodbye, everybody.
Keep it going one more time for Zic and that awesome run of Final Fantasy IV. That was excellent. And while we were watching that run, we got a $50 donation from Banjo Kablooey that says, the best Final Fantasy is 9, which oddly enough features the worst chef ever. No more frogs, chef. And with that, I'm sad to say, this is the end of my time here on the microphone at Summer Games Done Quick 2023. But thank you all so much for your massive support, all of your donations. You've been so generous. We're going to take a quick break. but I wanted to just let you all know that it was my honor and privilege to be your host here at this event. When we come back from the break, we will be in the very, very capable hands of the one and only Brutal Mellow. Thank you all again so much. Keep your donations coming in. We've still got more Summer Games Done Quick. We are not done yet. And let's hit 2 million to get Breath of the Wild blindfolded. Let's make it happen. Thank you all again. This is Danejerus signing off. Have a great rest of the marathon.
Welcome back, everyone. My screen name is Brutal Mellow, and I'm going to be updating my name here on the screen real quick. Yeah, but hey, welcome back. You're watching Summer Games Done Quick 2023 live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we are going to real quick take a quick break again.
Listen, all ye speedrunners, to the tale of Yeti the Blue. He traveled through the 7 realms across land and sea, through the harshest storms to fulfill his quest to see which side reigns supreme.
Looking forward to more brilliant runs and memorable moments this year? Best of luck, runners. And to all the indie fans in the crowd, come see the PM Studios lineup featuring our hottest indie demos. First of all, you can join the PM Studios Discord at discord.gg/PM Studios. Some of those links, these are all bit.ly/EPC-Steam/exophobia-Steam and /let's_school-Steam. All right, everyone, we're going to keep this lovely Saturday, day 7 of the event moving on. So I'm going to send it over to the one and only Jay Hobbs for an interview.